Adam?
All right. You know, you are a professional pitcher. You should be able to do this.
We had the best connection ever, Adam. I think you might be my best friend.
I'm going to take it to the next level. Here we go. Let's go sitting down here. Legs crossed. Here we go. Come on, Gunner. I used the bank. 2 for 2. Here we go. All right, let's go to the middle. Let's go to the middle. And we need a celebrity thrower. We need someone that can throw for us.
Let me get. Can you throw this banana?
All right, Kyle, let's find out who's your celebrity thrower.
What's your name?
Halsey.
Have you ever thrown a banana before?
Kind of.
Kind of. I'm not sure what that means.
Kind of.
Maybe.
All right, you're going to throw to Adam right here in the green. You ready? So close.
All right, and what's your name?
Billy.
Billy? All right, Bailey, how old are you?
11.
What's your experience throwing bananas?
Always.
Always.
Yeah, all right.
He's talking some trash. Bailey, if you've thrown a lot of bananas, let's get it right there in Gunner's pants, all right? Get some air under it. I believe you. Here we go. Always? All right, it's 2-2. Good job. Let's give a round of applause for our 2 contestants giving an effort here. All right, let's get these guys on the dugout. Kyle, let's go way up. Let's go up over here.
Let's see how high we can go. How easily accessible is the roof?
All right, right here. Kyle, you probably need some encouragement right now.
Yeah, let me hear some noise over here. I think I got more fans on this side.
It is 2-2.
Are you ready, Adam?
Oh! All right, take the lead, guys. We have a shot here.
There you go.
Okay, here's a picture. A guy in a yellow tuxedo. Come on, here we go, Gunner.
Oh, look at that.
I used the glass. 3-2. Hey, let's get another celebrity thrower on here. Let's get a celebrity thrower. All right, we need someone else to throw on here.
Who is the best banana thrower in this section? Let me see.
I got one right here.
Can you throw this banana? And what's your name? Blakely, are you ready to throw this banana?
It's a big throw. You're going to need this.
All right, you're going to throw it at Adam right there in the green. Heads up.
Heads up, fans. And what's your name? Annabelle? Are you ready for the biggest banana throw of your life? All right, here we go. You're throwing to Gunner. He's a legend. Here we go. Get air under, air under. Oh. All right, Kyle, let's go to the top. Give a round of applause for our 2 contestants. It's not easy.
This is not safe.
From the top deck. Oh, no, Kyle.
Welcome inside historic Grayson Stadium for game number 32 of the summer for the Savannah Bananas.
You ready?
They welcome into town the Florence Flamingos, game 28 for their feathered friends from up north. The Flamingos come in last place in the CPL East, tied with last year's division winners, the Peninsula Pilots. Florence at 12-17. The Bananas come in at first place in the CPL West at 22-9. And although it is a vast difference in record, these 2 teams have had incredibly competitive games so far this summer. In fact, Florence, one of only 2 CPL teams that boasts a winning record against the Savannah Bananas. Now, before we hop up into the booth, it's time to take a look out in front of the two dugouts because the Banana Nanas are parading into screen, and it's dancing time.
5, 6, 7, 8. Ladies and gentlemen, your Banana Nana.
Well, the Nana's superb as always. Not a better way to start our broadcast than with that, as we will hop up into ye old broadcast booth. The eye in the sky here in Grayson Stadium. Biko Scala alongside my dear bud Josh Chalevsky. And Josh, as I set the scene earlier, the Bananas 22-9, best in the West, a game and a half behind the Marlins for best record in the Coastal Plain League. The Flamingos come in at 12-17, tied with the Pilots for the last place spot in the CPL East. But Florence has won 4 out of these 7 games so far between these two teams. Most recently in a wild 8-7 victory 6 nights ago here in Grayson Stadium, where there was some fireworks throughout the game.
Yeah, that's right, Biko. Game started innocently enough. We even had our own Caitlin Scott, kind of introduce us, set the scene on these flamingo creatures as we've begun to learn more and more about them.
Yes.
And by about the 5th inning, yeah, we had a benches clearing brawl between a couple of guys, and really chippy game overall. We had a wild rain delay very late in the game, and it came down to being a 1-run contest. Florence just able to pull it out when the Bananas did load the bases in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. And just a really wild rivalry that this has become in the Coastal Plain League for sure.
Yeah, you take a look at the brouhaha right here. It all started with Bo Brewer's slide into home plate. George Derek Floyd took exception to it, hit him with a hard double leg tackle to the ground. Then Taylor Justice took exception to that, said, "Get off my guy," with a shove. That is truly what commenced the benches clearing. And you could see a good amount of guys on both sides were not too stressed throughout the entire affair. There was a lot of smiling and giggling going on. But one guy who was not happy with what happened at all was Indiana Stanley. He ended up in there. You see, there's Indy and Dylan Cunningham, the last 2 guys to get pulled out of the fray, because look at Indy's right head. He's the only person who took a punch in the entire thing, came in to try and break things up, got the second double leg tackle of the brawl from George Derek Floyd, a graze of a punch from Braden Pierce. That one just barely caught the chin, and we have a side angle of this whole thing of George Derek Floyd hitting Indy with a mean double leg tackle and then a ground and pound left punch to the side of the forehead that caused that damage. So anyhow, the rest of this whole thing is just the umpires getting together and kicking out 3 guys from each team. Now, everybody who got ejections besides Indy Stanley got 4-game suspensions. The video that Zach Bro had from the side angle sent it to the league, cleared Indy of literally any wrongdoing at all except for getting bludgeoned throughout the entire affair. He cleared, I want to say percussion protocols.
Concussion protocols.
Thanks, Josh. I'm just going to leave that word to you. He cleared concussion protocols. Last week has already played in a couple of games before being in the lineup in the 5-hole tonight for the Bananas once again. Pierce and George Derek Floyd still just got 4-game suspensions after the video showed they were the only 2 people to throw punches in the whole thing, as far as video could get. You never know what happened behind the scenes, but through a lot of eyewitness reports, it seems like that was basically the end of it. So, yeah, an exciting one a week ago, and these two teams have played each other really, really tight. Florence has taken 2 out of 3 games at home in Carolina Bank, and the two teams have split the 4 games so far here in Savannah. And the Owls, the only other team besides the Flamingos who have a winning record against the Bananas of just 2-0, and that's how it's going to end for the summer. Both games up in McNair Field in Forest City. But obviously, there's a little something extra for the Bananas tonight, trying to pull even with Florence on the summer.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see if things are still chippy at all between these two teams. I do expect that tempers will not flare, though. And, I mean, there have been a couple of different reasons the Bananas have kind of had a tricky time against the Florence Flamingos. In the last game, it was walks that killed the Bananas. 12 in that game for the Bananas rotation and bullpen in that game, which was just super uncharacteristic, unsurprisingly a season high for them. And also, we've seen Florence come out with, you know, a good bit of pitching against the Bananas. They've been able to pitch the Nanners very well, and we've got a good pitching matchup tonight. Reed Metz, of course, going for the Florence Flamingos, and for the Savannah Bananas, one of the more underrated starters, Daniel Paddysack.
Yeah, one of my only 2 snubs from the CPL All-Star game. The Bananas sent in 8 guys, tied with the Marlins for most in the league, so there's not too much to complain about. But Paddysack, the pride of Prague, the Czech Republic, has been superb. It's going to be really fun to see how he and Metz face off against each other because they're both having phenomenal summers. Let's turn it down to the field because Jesse Cole is down there with some Nana hopefuls. And we'll see if any of these lucky ladies will be honorary Nanas. Yeah, tough one for me tonight. Honorary Nanas. Here's the man in the yellow tux.
Mary Lou, are you ready for this? Let's get some music, Mary Lou. Here we go. Oh, yes. 71 years old.
Oh, yeah, get it, girl.
Oh, yes. The barefoot look. Good job, Mary Lou. All right. And next, I know who this is, but let's share with the crowd who this is. Robin, are you ready for this? All right, here we go, Robin. 72 years old. Oh, good energy, Robin. Bring it down. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Robin's getting low. What's the straw? All right, next. Elaine, let's see what you got. 78 years old. Oh, yes. Oh, a lot of movement here. I like it, Elaine. All right. Oh, a lot of...
oh yeah, sassy.
She goes, how's this? That's perfect, Elaine. All right, and finally, wearing yellow. Your name? Anna. Last chance, 79 years old. Anna, here we go. Let's go, Anna, bring it down. All right. Oh, she's getting low. Oh, arms going up.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to lie, Shark. A lot of similar moves. So we're going to see
Yeah.
what the fans want. All right. You ready? Is it Mary Lou? Pretty good. Is it Robin? What about Elaine? Who's pretty good. And finally, Anna. And our honorary Banana Nana. Let's hear it for Anna. And thank you to all of our contestants. Tonight's going to be special.
Nana Anna really just rolls right off the tongue, huh?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, the performance was well-deserved as well as far as victories go. Let's turn it back down to Jesse. Here comes our first banana this evening.
It's now time for our first banana. Yes, we do not throw a first pitch in Banana Land. We throw a banana, but we do not make it easy. So we are going to have BJ blindfolded, and he's going to find this banana based on your round of applause. So if he's going in the right direction, I want to hear you cheer. So let me hear that. And if he's going in the wrong direction, I want to hear you boo. Let me hear that.
Yes.
BJ, do you understand? All right, on all fours. Here we go. BJ, on your mark, get set, go. They're cheering. What? They're booing.
Oh.
They're booing. They're still booing. You're really close. Still booing. Turn. I don't know how to say this, but you're circling it. Your other's circling it.
Uh-oh.
BJ, they're booing. He's working hard. BJ, turn around. Turn around. Yes. Now cheer. Other way. Yes. Yes. BJ, you're so close, buddy.
Oh,
To your
no.
right. Left. Left. Keep going. Turn around.
Wow.
Oh, left hand. Left hand. Yes. Fans, that's the hardest anyone's ever worked for a first banana. Give BJ a round of applause. I'm actually exhausted watching that. Do you still have energy to make a throw?
Yeah, I'll give him my best.
All right, that banana's already fallen apart because you ran over it with your leg. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Here comes a wet one. It's a strike. Let's hear it for BJ.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think that was a record breaker right there.
Yeah, hardest working banana finder in baseball.
You mentioned it off the air. I think he unseats Tate Pugh, our legendary Bananas insider, for the longest trip around the infield in search of a banana. Oh, man. All right, back down to the man in the yellow tux, Jesse Cole, with our banana baby this evening.
Day one, we've been honoring this special tradition at home plate, and we'll never stop. Because fans, it can only happen here in Banana Land. It is time to meet tonight's Banana Baby. It is time to meet 7-month-old Everett, weighing 18 pounds and 9 ounces. And not confused at all. A typical Wednesday night for Everett. Looks like he just woke up. Fans, let's get a big round of applause and let's hear it for tonight's Banana Baby, Everett. We've had our first banana. We've had the Banana Baby. But now it is time for our home run hitter, stepping up to the plate. And your name? Ryder, 8 years old. You ready to hit a home run and kick this game off? He's calling his shot.
Oh.
Here he goes. Oh, it's a missile. And here goes Ryder.
Wow, Ryder with a serious piece. That one almost to the outfield as he's tearing around first base. He's got his sights set on second.
Renwick had his hands on that ball, Biko, unable to make the catch. I had to see him wipe them. They hit him so hard.
Bloomer can't handle it. Now Renwick gets the ball again, but throws it wildly. Becerra fires it home with the right hand, not in time. A lightning quick trip around the bases for our home run hitter, Ryder. That was quite a performance. Oh, man. High fives galore for our youngest nanner, who is gifted with a mini wooded bat from one of our stagehands, Olivia. The best entertainment interns in the country here in Savannah. Olivia and Tara, and then Melissa is dabbling in some of the entertainment as well. Well, you heard Shark. Here comes the cast and crew parading down the right field line. Naturally, the tuba out in front. I mean, couldn't be anything else, right?
As it should be. Yes.
As it should be. The biggest brass gets to lead the way. A lot of clapping and hooting and hollering as they parade by the bleachers on the first base side. Jesse Cole getting the people fired up, firing beads all over the place. And as the folks handling the circus surrounding the game parade on in, there's the Man-Nanas behind the Banana Band. I feel like it's as good a time as any to talk about the Nanners' last game. It was on July 4th and only went 4.5 innings. The Nanners end up dropping it 5-3 to the Bacon because of like nearly an hour. It felt like a long or so lightning delay that parlayed itself into a rain delay. And by the end of it, Tyler Gillum was convinced by Brandon Raphael and company that we were probably going to have to stay till past midnight in Macon on the 4th to get the game in. So the Bananas ceded it to Macon, only the second time in 14 games that the Bacon have beat the Nanners.
Yeah, it was really a wild game, Bika. The Bananas were definitely, it did feel like they were, kind of getting hot towards the end of that game. They picked up a run in their last inning up at the plate, and then by that point, had a bunch of lightning, rain came down. Game, unfortunately, got called because they had played enough to call it a complete game, and really surprising that there was, I guess, no protest or anything, a suspension of the game, and then, so it could be resumed later.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went the exact amount of outs it needed to go. The Bananas had gotten to hit in the top of the 5th inning, and when it came down to it, Tyler Gillum and his team have already secured one of the first 2 playoff spots come late July and early August here in the CPL. So at this point, all the games are just for home field advantage. And although the Nanners are now a game and a half behind Morehead City as far as home field throughout the entire playoffs, Gillum decided it was worth it to lose the battle in an effort to win the war.
Yeah, definitely. Give your players some rest. They got the off day yesterday. They come back today, so hopefully they're, really well conditioned coming into today. And man, Biko, it just feels like since we started this second half, we haven't played a lot of normal baseball games per se. A lot of different things that have happened on the field, from rain delays to umpires to brawls. It feels like we've covered all the bases so far here in the second half.
That is what we think, at least. I couldn't agree more. The Nanners actually only 3-4 in the second half. The Flamingos, on the other hand, at 3-1. They are just 1 game behind Morehead City in the second half standings, which is really important because if a team outside of the Marlins and Bananas can win either division as far as the second half standings goes, that's what will decide the second spot in the playoffs for each side. But if the Bananas or Marlins win the division, then it goes to overall record for that division championship spot against the Bananas or Marlins. So the Flamingos actually in as good a position as any team in the East as far as second half standings go, but Morehead City has been an absolute wagon, the best pitching staff in the league. They're 5-1 in the second half. I would think that Florence would want to try and track down the Tobbs, Chili Peppers, Salamanders, and Sharks, who stand between them and Morehead City in the overall standings.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's definitely what they're working on, Biko.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Now, good, concise wrap-up there from you, Josh, because down on the field, Jesse Cole's back at it. He will introduce his entire cast and crew tonight. Good feel by you, buddy.
First, big round of applause for the Banana Pep Band. How about the greatest dad bod cheerleading squad and the only one, the Bananas! And America's favorite nanas, the Banana Nanas! And tonight is our second round of Dancing with the Bananas. So our 3 judges tonight, we got a banana split with us. And the head Nana since day one, Nana Karen. And finally, the breakdancing bass coach. You know him, you love him. Let's hear it from Maceo. Bananas. All right, fans, the cast is ready. The players are ready, but it's time for you to get ready. So every single fan on your feet, everybody on your feet. So we're here with Reed. Reed, how old are you? 7 years old. Reed, are you ready to get this crowd going crazy?
Yes.
All right, Reed. Whatever Reed does, you guys are going to do. Let's get some music. Here we go, Reed. Oh, yes, Reed. Oh, he's getting, oh, fist bumping. Here we go, Reed. Yes. Oh, the sprinkler. Looking good, Reed. Oh, yes. Here we go. Oh, playing the drums. You're feeling it, Reed. Oh, he's shaking that butt. Keep it going. All right, fans, big round of applause for Reed. So let's stay on our feet. Let's stay on our feet because it is time to meet the team. The team that has won more games in 6 years than any team in the Coastal Plain League. Your two-time champion and defending champions. The team that has already guaranteed a playoff berth. It is time to meet the most fun team in baseball. Your Savannah Bananas!
Leading off at second base, number 9 from Lenore Rhine, Drew Yanesta. Center fielder, number 18 from Erskine, Armando Becerra. Batting third at DH, number 19 from Tennessee Wesleyan, Levon Reynoso. Batting fourth at third base, number 24 from Paris JC, Bo Baruer. At catcher, number 15 from Columbia College, Indiana Stanley. Left fielder, number 7 from East Georgia College, Ty Jackson. In right field from Murray State, number 6, Bryson Bloomer. At shortstop from Wofford, number 5, Jack Renwick. And first baseman from Auburn University, number 10, Brody Wortham. On the mound for your Bananas, from Charleston Southern, number 32, Daniel Patty Sapp. Your Bananas are managed by Tyler Gillum, assisted by Eric Fox, Corey Pye, Tyle Hankins, and Adam Moreau. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and remove your caps. Joining us to honor America Night with the national anthem, recently retired after 19 years with the St. Louis Blues, please welcome Charles Glenn.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Welcome to Banana Land, where there is nothing more important in the world to us than making baseball fun. Of course, it takes an army, and with the man in the yellow tux, Jesse Cole, as our fearless general, the incredible cast and crew sets to work creating the circus that surrounds the game, and nothing, and I mean nothing, will stand in the way of us putting on the greatest show on earth for you, the fans. Of course, the guys on the field have to do their job as well, and they've done it better than any Coastal Plain League team has in the history of this franchise, dating back to the inaugural season of 2016. The defending CPL champs take on the Florence Flamingos tonight, one of two teams this summer who has a winning record against the Nanners, and the guys look for revenge after they came to fisticuffs with Florence just 6 nights ago. The boys are going to have a blast either way on the field as you join us in the booth. On my left here, Kyle Lewis, Pico Scala, as a 2021 Coastal Plain League champion, watching this Nanners team come in at 22-9, the best team in the CPL West. You were in their shoes before. You were sitting there, you know, with a playoff spot, but trying to secure a home field advantage. What's it like this second half for a team like that?
It's definitely a grind. You know, you kind of get into that lull of the midseason, I guess you could say. You know, every day is hot. You're playing 6-5 days out of the week on most days. Off days, try and get some good rest, you know, keep playing good baseball. Especially, you know, you got new guys coming in at the mid-break. You got guys hitting their pitch counts, inning limits, so all that kind of stuff kind of comes into play. But, I mean, if history repeats itself, which I'm thinking it will, I don't think we should have any problem in getting over these couple speed bumps that we've been hitting previously. So.
Yeah, after 24 games in 27 days, they had 2 days off with a game on the 4th in Macon sandwiched in between. So a well-rested Bananas team taking on the Florence Flamingos, who currently positioned in last place as far as overall record goes in the CPL East, but 3-1 in the second half, just 1 game behind the Morehead City Marlins, who stand atop the division. The first half winners at 5-1 so far in the second half. That is the team the Bananas are a game and a half behind, chasing down to try and secure home field throughout the playoffs. Take a look at that Florence lineup. Will Hardy, the cleanup man, is the only all-star that the Flamingos boast. On the bump for the Bananas, it's going to be Daniel Paddysack, the sophomore out of Charleston Southern. He was as close to a CPL All-Star snuffing, I would say, as anyone on this team. And you look at those numbers, and that's why I was surprised he did not get the honor.
Yeah, definitely, me too. I think, you know, every start that he's had for the most part, or every outing he's had really, is just, you know, what you're going to get. And he just keeps continuing to play some good baseball and really throw the baseball really well. So I'm excited to watch again tonight.
South Trimble, the third baseman, takes that a pinch inside at 91 miles per hour. T. Christopher Walker, the home plate umpire. Kelly Ledbetter over at first. Don Andrews across the diamond. Trimble, a sophomore out of George Mason. Cuts and misses at 89. Count now 1-1 on the third baseman. Hitting .233, but a .378 on base percentage so far this summer. And that one going to be chopped to short. Renwick on a nice high hop, fires across the diamond. Get the speedy third baseman for Florence.
I love watching him throw the baseball. It's so much fun.
Easy breezy speed right there.
Reminds me a lot of yourself.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing as we take a look at the Bananas defensively. Kyle, I would say this is the death lineup. Jackson, Becerra, and Bloomer from left to right in the outfield. Brewer, Renwick, Yanesta, and Wortham across the diamond, with Levon DHing and Indy behind the dish. Yeah,
quite possibly one of the more stacked offensive lineups that I think that we could produce out of all the guys in the locker room together.
That's a fastball in there just at the end of our defensive graphic. Coming off screen, Mac McCroskey, the second baseman, a junior out of Oral Roberts, getting his first at-bat as a member of the Flamingos, and a heck of a mustache for the donut hitter, who skies that one right side. Drew Yanesta had a long run and came up short on the diving attempt. Bermuda triangle action on the right side. And Patty Sack, one well-executed pitch away from free donuts for everyone in the stands. Just two batters into the game.
Is this your guy?
Yeah, Mac has great numbers. Hit .322 with a .416 on base percentage.
You just looking for a challenge tonight? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, you know, I like to make things interesting. And I figure first game as a Flamingo, a little extra pressure, trying to do too much. I don't know. We'll see what Patty Sack can deliver. And that's going to be a heater on the outside corner. 92 does the job.
You never fail to impress me, Biko. It's like you can tell the future.
I think that was the quickest of the summer. Two batters in.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. You don't see too many. We don't really see too many guys in the 2-hole getting selected as donut guy, but I love it. Go right at him.
Yeah.
Why not?
Feeling aggro on a Wednesday.
Nice.
A couple days of rest, Sunday and Tuesday. That was something I had forgotten what life was like outside of baseball. That one skied to right. And Jacob Hinderleiter is going to fly out to Bryson Bloomer. Terrific 1-2-3 first inning of action for Daniel Patty Sack. And pretty much calm, cool, collected as always.
Yeah, about as clean of an inning as you can have. I did give him the limit of 2 hits again this evening, so I hope that I didn't jinx that again. But
well, it worked out for Carson Dorsey last time you put such a high order as far as hits goes on the heads of one of these nanners. Levon takes a stumble. Looks like the turf monster got him. He's A-okay. Half night off. Wouldn't think he could get injured on a half night off like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Might not be a full half night off, though. He's slated to quite possibly pitch this evening, which is probably everybody's favorite thing to watch. I know it's one of my favorite things to watch. So.
Yeah, just bad news for the Flamingos. Yeah. Thank you to everybody watching on Flow Sports tonight, as well as our great friends on Bananas Insiders. The chat has been bumping early, Kyle. Bleacher Creature, Barnstormers, Caprice, Steve, Jenny, Tate, Maddie, oh my goodness, Autumn Smith. Really good stuff. Daniel and Despaltro.
You guys are incredible.
Yeah, Katrina Jackson. This is fantastic. Aaron, another Jenny, Matt Jackson. I mean, come on now. This is good stuff. And Bleacher Creatures with the donut chant.
Yeah, how about that?
Success at that.
Not easy to pull off in the chat.
Oh, could anybody see Melly B coming on through there? I think she may have snuck
She's
through.
Sneaky.
We'd like to thank all the new insiders who have joined us just over this past week. The family keeps getting bigger and bigger, buddy.
Things you love to see. We got a lot of them.
Yeah,
wow, how about that?
They keep on coming.
Shout out to 4th down, first row, my sweet, sweet, sweet grandmother and my only grandparent, Nancy Lewis.
Aw, Nancy. And at the top of the middle row, Michael Polcari, my uncle.
How about that?
I think these family members would have been watching from day one, but we appreciate whenever they join.
Special shout out to you, Grandma. I'm super excited to see you guys in August, and I love you so much.
Oh, that's sweet. That really warms the heart. Let's throw it down to the field because Reed Metz is ready to rock and roll. The redshirt freshman out of Missouri State. 2-2 so far on the summer. In 12 1/3 innings, a 2.18 ERA. Really good numbers for Mr. Metz. His only bugaboo has been the base on balls. 10 hits, 11 walks, and 12 Ks, so nearly a walk per inning. But he's done a heck of a job of stranding the runners that he allows. As Drew Yanesta, 4-year man at Erskine, spent this past year at Lenore-Rhine, and takes that one at 92 on the outside corner. Count even at 1-1 on the Bananas second baseman. Making his 3rd start at second of the summer. In his 28th game played, mostly has been out in the outfield. And cuts and misses at 92 behind 1 and 2. Steve Kellogg welcoming Grandma Luigs into the chat.
How about that?
It's awful nice. That's 93, ties up Drew, and a heck of a start for Metz.
Yeah, pretty good pitch there. And we've got some new incentives on the block for the boys in yellow this week. We actually got a bat company sent us out 2 free wooden bats. Pretty sick, customized, super cool. And if we combine runs batted in with runs scored, whoever has the highest 2 for the week gets to walk away with one of those bats.
Ooh, I like what I'm hearing there.
Pretty good stuff. They're pretty sweet bats too.
Great inside info.
Thank you.
From
That's
down
what I'm
low.
here to do.
That's a fact. Becerra just a little late on 93, so Mets bringing some good action on the heater early. The Bananas center fielder comes in hitting 340. That is 6th best out of batters who qualify in the Coastal Plain League. Has 32 hits, tied for 5th most overall, and scorches that one foul.
Just foul.
Barely. That was getting the bat head around on 93 miles an hour.
You know what they say, Pico? The party is and always will be out front.
I've heard that before. Dellerman leaves the Lumber standing on home plate for the sophomore out of Erskine. Well, there's Reed Metz' stats. Took us a while to dig through the archive for him, and we'll show him next to our man on the mound in the near future. It's going to be a bouncer at 86. 1-2 on Becerra. It's the 3 Erskine boys at the top of the lineup. Mondo, the only man currently playing for the Flying Fleet. Ionesta and Reynoso, former Erskine College products, as that one is sky to left. And Francesco Barbieri will range over and snag it, battling the sun. Now the aforementioned Livan Reynoso.
The greatest hitter to ever play baseball.
Well, what I think is so incredible about this Bananas lineup is you take a look at how the Flamingos align defensively. Just saw Francesco in left, Jordan Smith in center, and Aaron Staley in right. And then Trimble, Hinderleiter, McCroskey, and Hardy from left to right across the defense. Tyler Delman has caught a whole ton of games for Lane Harvey's team this summer, as that one skied behind home plate. And it's going to land on top of the grandstand. Livan hitting 323 with a 389 on base percentage across 9 games played. No homers yet, but hit 32 in 61 games this past spring for Tennessee Wesleyan. And he has been awful close a handful of times here at home.
Yeah, he also hit some balls today in BP that showed me signs of there might have been some foreshadowing for some power tonight.
91 misses a tinge low, as Dellerman can't squeeze it, count even at 1-1. What I was saying before we took a look at the Florence defense is part of what I love about this Bananas lineup so much is Livan is the only person out of the first 6 in the order who are not CPL All-Stars, and he's probably the best hitter.
He didn't qualify, correct? He hadn't been here long enough? Or?
I mean, he qualified. You could have voted him in, but,
okay.
You know, he's only played in 9 games.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, you have the rest have played 27, 26. That one's 92. Past Livan, and I missed strike 2.
I think he had a strike call on the one that was dropped. I think that was a strike call.
It's an interesting call by Walker, the home plate umpire. It certainly looked close enough to be called, but the lack of squeeze on a borderline pitch usually results in a ball. Anyhow, scoreless after 1, couple strikeouts for Reed Metz, and here is Jesse Cole for shopping for Bananas.
Questioning the Bananas. And Avery's at 4 bananas. Savannah's at 3 bananas. We have 10 seconds left. And here comes Avery. And Savannah has left her cart. You never leave your cart. But the winner and the champion, let's hear it for Avery. And a close second. She got all of the bananas. Let's hear it for Savannah. Great job, ladies. Here we go.
Well, the
First
aptly
baseman from
named
Francis
Savannah
Marion, number 10.
with the victory
Will
on
Hardy.
shopping for bananas. That was one of the more hectic ones I think I've seen.
Definitely. I still would love to see young Biko fare in that competition.
Yeah, so I have no idea. I mean, you know, you'd have to do some weird thing with time and space, and I don't know how you would. The bananas didn't exist when I was such an age.
I'll look into it. I'll figure it out. Let me worry about it.
I couldn't tell you how it would end up. Here is the Flamingos lone all-star, and well-deserved at that, as you get teased with potential stats, and instead will be a line drive single to right. On a couple hops, Bloomer will throw it in. What you didn't see is Will Hardy's hitting .333 on the summer with a .474 on base percentage. That is third best in the CPL for the returning Flamingo, although he was wearing a Red Wolves jerseys last summer. Pride of Florence. A Francis Marion guy with one more year of eligibility left. On first base, he can run. Has been caught 3 out of 7 times trying to swipe bags this summer. And Patty Sack deals a bender outside to Jack Hammond, the DH. In just 7 games of played, he's been fantastic, hitting .391, a .516 OBP. Transferring from the University of Kansas to Cal State Long Beach for his sophomore campaign. Really respectable numbers in Lawrence as well. Hit .281 over 44 games as that one's bounced foul. 6 bombs, yet to hit one out as a Flamingo. If you rack your brain, Kyle, do you remember pitching to Will Hardy last summer?
Not even in the slightest. But in my defense, I mean, there's a lot of guys that we face, so.
That's a fact. No, I don't think you're wrong for that, as that one is going to fall out of reach for Bloomer and Yanesta.
There's too much ground to cover over there. I'd be interested to see how I pitched against him. There's no way that you could figure that out, I don't think, right now on the broadcast, but I'd be interested. That's our man on first, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Lefty's not my favorite to throw to. I'd much rather throw to a righty any day, but I don't know. I had a pretty good summer last summer, so.
That you did.
Probably, I would, if I had to guess, it wouldn't in my favor.
Already hit .306, a .422 on base percentage last summer, as 91 is fouled off. Count still 1-2 here on Hammond. Will 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts last year. And 6 for 6 this past spring at Francis Marion. Another 1-2 rolled to short. Renwick, Yanesta over to first, not in time. So it'll be a 6-4 fielder's choice.
I wonder if he beat that or if he was off the bag.
I think he was going to beat it.
Yeah, you think so?
I also think he was off the bag. I think it was a combo of the two.
Yeah.
Drew only making his 3rd start at second this summer, but you've seen it over the past 3 years that he's pretty much as versatile as they come.
Yeah, he's just an athlete. You know, you stick him in any position, he's probably going to succeed. I think you're right. I think it was both.
Hammond 3 for 3 in stolen base attempts in his young Flamingos career. A good sized lead over there at first with Jordan Smith, the center fielder, who skies that one deep to left. And boy, look out. Jordan Smith with his 2nd homer of the summer. They have both come here in Grayson Stadium. And Florence out in front, 2-0, just like that.
Wow, good. I really didn't think that was going to get out.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised with it as well. Got a first pitch fastball. And the sophomore out of George Mason did not miss it. How about that? 2 homers in 16 games played. Both of them have been here in Savannah, and the Bananas have not hit a home run at home throughout 15 games this summer. There's a bunt attempt by Aaron Staley, and he will be thrown out by Patty Sack for out number 2.
Yeah, good bounce back there from Patty Sack. And the good news is, we may be down now, but we did have to score to win anyways. It would be impossible to win with 0 runs. So I'm still highly optimistic. I'm a huge glass half full kind of guy, though. And it's also the 2nd inning. And if you could hold us to less than 1 run, I'd be thoroughly impressed. So.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's been the hitting that's been the issue much more this summer for Florence than the pitching. As a fastball in at the knees for strike 1 to Tyler Dellerman, the catcher, the junior out of the University of Charleston, hitting 169. And 279 on base percentage. Patty Sack from the windup. It's a heater at 89. Past Dellerman, count now 1-2. Florence this summer, they rank last in hits in the Coastal Plain League at 194. 11 out of 14 teams with a 230 on base percentage. Dead last with a 337 on base percentage. But the pitching has been much more middle of the pack, if not better. 4.72 ERA is 7th. 233 batting average against is actually 4th best. And they've only given up 155 runs on the summer. That's 6th place in the Coastal Plain League. Problem is they've only scored 115. And that's tied for last. Fire across the diamond in time. And Dellerman retired, but a single by Hardy and a 2-run shot by Jordan Smith as Florence ahead 2-0. And as we get a sing-off in the stands, we've got a little preview because it is week 3 of Dancing with the Bananas, Kyle. Let's take a look at what's coming here tonight.
Giving people what they want and having a good time.
It's crazy because I could never dance in my whole life.
We're just gonna give it our all and do our best.
I like to shimmy my butt.
It's our job to make them look amazing.
Have fun and put on a good face.
Having a blast. I always have a good time. I like to throw it back a little bit.
Oh yeah, there'll be some excitement. You guys will have to wait and see that.
Well, turn me up. I cannot wait to see our 2nd week of individual dances here tonight.
2nd week, third week, 2nd dance, that kind of jazz. I'm still a firm believer that if you and me were paired together in Dancing with Bananas, that we would blow everybody out of the water. And we would struggle maybe with choreography coming up with the dances, but I think between your hip movement and just how much I care about things in general, I think that there's no shot that we would be beat.
We've seen how dangerous your dancing is online.
I mean, it's getting there. It's definitely not getting worse day by day. So, and you have some of the best hips I've ever seen. So.
I appreciate it. I definitely shake what my mama gave me. And just when it comes to views, I mean, videos of you dancing, I know it's tens of millions. Are we past 100 million views on just videos of you dancing? Probably, right?
Are we combining?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
just
yeah,
TikTok.
So. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That's pretty massive. Speaking of guys dancing, I think that was
the dodgeball.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Purple Cobras.
Yeah. Is that right?
I think it was the correct. Yes.
That thing?
The Globo Gym.
Yeah.
Purple
That's
Cobras.
Right. Yep. Right on the head. Bo Brewer looks like he would be a part of that gym if he was in that movie.
That's a soft tapper towards short, and Hinderleiter doesn't have a play. One of the best defensive shortstops in the CPL. Can't do anything. That one was a 90-mile-an-hour pitch, sawed off Brewer.
Smoke shot into the gap. They got it in quick, though, and he held up at a single. What a first hit for the Bananas tonight.
He actually had one of those in Forest City, where he hit it 105 miles per hour off their mini green monster, McNair. And he was held to a single, so you know, it all comes around. He came in hitting 352. That's 4th best in the league. And he can run decent enough. That one lifted towards shallow center. Jordan Smith has a beat on it. He'll retire Indiana Stanley for out number 1. So now Ty Jackson. This is the 6th hitter for the Bananas and the 5th All-Star to swing it tonight. The 2nd-year Banana, a sophomore transferring from East Georgia State to Florida A&M. And had a heck of a night on July 4th in Macon. You missed the 2nd home run of his Bananas career.
Did I really?
Yeah, Oppo Taco, but pretty much to dead center. It went 389 feet.
Did one of the games get rained out recently?
No.
I was wondering about that.
No, but
did you get into a delay at Macon?
Yes.
Okay.
And I lied. It did get rained out, but they were 4.5 innings in, and the Bananas were down 5-3. So.
Oh, okay, that's what happened. That makes sense.
It was a finalized game at that score. Brewer takes off for 2nd, pitches high, throw down, not in time.
Really good jump there from Bo.
Yeah, sophomore at a Paris Junior College, now 7 for 9 on the summer, trying to swipe bags.
And the pride of Globo Gym.
That's right.
What's that guy's name? Dwight Goodman? Is that right?
I have not seen dodgeball in ages.
I think I'm right.
It's Ben Stiller. That's all I can remember. You're trying to.
But the character's name.
Oh,
is what I was saying.
Yeah, the bad guy.
Yeah, Dwight Goodman.
Kemosabe.
While you check in on that, we've got the Flamingos rocking the patented pink tops with black pants, which I'm a huge fan of. I don't really like the black on black. And then the Bananas are rocking the not worn a whole lot white bottoms with the fan design jersey, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
it's really grown on me over the years.
I couldn't agree more. And there's been a lot of yellow on yellow recently. So I'm happy to see the boys switching it up. Looks great with the white helmet too.
We've had to work on the order of uniforms as the All-Star game coming up on Sunday. The boys need to wear yellow there, so it's all kind of juggling around what we got going on.
It's a line drive foul. Count now full on Ty, holding down left field tonight. That .333 batting average, tied for 8th in the league. Locked up with Will Hardy of the Flamingos in that department.
Ty's going no batting gloves this evening.
He's been going no batting gloves for the last few weeks.
Really?
That happened mid-game in Macon. He wasn't liking the way he was swinging with BGs. Took him off, and he's liked the way the lumber has felt in his hand au naturel since then. That's a nice fight by Ty, but it's going to be flown to Hardy in right. And Bo hanging on at 2nd, now 2 down. It's a good front door bender on the 3-2 pitch.
Yeah, not bad. And it's just crazy to me talking about what we were talking about earlier with this offensive powerhouse of a lineup that we had this evening, with Bloomer hitting down in the bottom 3 is just simply mind-boggling to me. But
well, that's how deadly the lineup is as I mentioned, 5 All-Stars through the first 6. Levon is the only man who is not an All-Star there.
But he is an All-Star.
Correct. And then you have Bloomer, Renwick, and Wortham, 7 through 9. There's no break. As the 2nd-year Banana senior just graduated from Murray State, couple years at Lincoln Trail Community College before that. Bloomer's been hitting into a lot of tough outs this summer. The stats won't knock your socks off. But when he's hot, he's as good a hitter as you'll find in the league. And Bo taking off for 3rd. Now he's stuck in a rundown. He could have gotten back to 2nd. He didn't know nobody was covering the bag. Now he has to avoid Metz as he retreats back to 3rd, and a little sliding dive. He survives Hinderleiter, and now he's out. I mean, that was one of the more bizarre trips on a base path I've seen in my life. I thought he had escaped it 3 or 4 times.
It was a roller coaster of emotions.
So Bo is picked off. Thought he had Metz timed, and the threat's going to be over as the only base runner of the night has been eliminated for the Nanners. Let's turn it down to the field because Bobby McBride dancing with his partner Rebecca. Here is our first dance of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby McBride and Rebecca. Remember, voting starts after the final dance of the evening. You can vote at thesavannahbananas.com.
So we have a 7 from Nana Karen, 8s from Maceo and Bella representing the Banana Splits. What do you give that dance, Kyle?
I thought it was pretty technically sound from what I know in my dancing expertise. I thought it was a good dance. It was a little slow for me. I mean, that's probably just the style of genre that they were dancing. But I thought it was good. I don't know if I would have ranked it that high, but I didn't have any real big problems with it.
Yeah, it's 6 or 7 range for me. Rebecca had a wardrobe malfunction. Had to get rid of the slipper there. Is Francesco Barbieri, the 9-hitter. Gets 89 at the top of the zone and lines it into right.
Oh, do you not think that was a part of the dance?
I do not think it was part of the dance because she kept her other shoe on.
No,
I think that was improvised. Did she kick them both off?
She kicked one off and the other one didn't kick off, so she took it off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why that would be a part of the dance, but that was just my first initial thought.
Right, so it's still a wardrobe malfunction, but a lack of being able to kick it off instead of forcible removal there. Bunting and putting it in front of home plate. Stanley's going to take the safe out at first. Thought about firing to try and take down Barbieri at second, but instead South Trimble, who had bounced to short his first time, will be retired on the sacrifice bunt. I agree with the decision here by Shark. I'm always sad when the Donut Man strikes out first time and then we don't get to do the chant for the rest of the night.
Why not? Just keep it going.
McCroskey was struck out on 4 pitches back in the first. That one at 90 in on his hands, fouled off. Junior out of Oral Roberts. Started his college career at Cowley Community College, home of Bryce Madron.
Oh.
Was all the way back in 2019, then went to Eastern Oklahoma State for 2020. Of course, season soiled by COVID. And that one bounced up the middle. Yanesta there to fire to first in time as Barbieri goes to third with 2 down.
Big couple pitches coming up here from Patty Sack as we got probably who I would say is probably their best hitter on Florence. You know, with a guy on third with 2 outs and your team already down 2-0. I don't expecting him throwing him anything to hit here necessarily in this situation. Maybe try and get him to chase, but if you get in a favorable count, definitely watching where you're throwing.
Hinderleiter flew out to right his first time. Cuts and misses on off-speed inside corner. Hitting .314 on the summer, a .357 on base percentage. I was wondering why I didn't vote him for the All-Star game, and then I remembered Florence is in the East, so I wasn't allowed to.
Is he the All-Star for them?
He did not make the team.
Who's their All-Star?
Will Hardy waiting on deck.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Jacob only playing in his 15th game here, so had to be a lack of games played. The only thing against him is that Bender's down and out. We've talked ad nauseum about his superb defense, and the bat has been really good as well. Hit .337 this past spring at Davidson, his junior season. Hinderlighter, the pride of Kanohi, Hawaii. That one dots the outside corner at 91. Patty Sack able to strand Barbieri at third. And we'll turn it down to Jesse Cole. Florence still ahead by 2. Brand new promotion time. Here is Human Musical Chairs.
Should be good.
Musical chairs with baseball players. We've got 4 guys here, and they have to sit on the laps as fast as we can go. We're going to get it down to 1 person. Are you ready? On your mark, get set, go! When the music stops, you got to go. Full speed, here we go.
Easy.
All right, which one, guys? Is it him or no? Or is it him? All right, you're out, here we go. All right, take this one out, here we go. Full speed.
Oh.
Acuna, very, very good hug right here, but sir, you are out. Sir, you're out. Down to 1, let's go. Here we go. Gotta go full speed. Oh. A lot of energy.
Wow, so close.
Is it red? All right, the winner right here. And Human Musical Chairs. Thank you, guys.
Number 6.
How about that? Your first game as a Savannah Banana, and Zach Smith used as a Human Musical Chair.
Yeah, you know, typically those guys coming in first game, if they come in on a game day, obviously you're not going to make them play and try and get them used to the Grayson Stadium environment as quickly as you can, and I don't think there's any better way to do that than have somebody sit in your lap.
Couldn't agree more. Bloomer back in the box. Nander's right fielder was swinging it when Bo Brewer was picked off by Reed Metz to end the second inning. And count even at 1-1 on the second-year Nanner. Jack Renwick on deck. Brody Wortham in the hole. Going to be 7-8-9 for Savannah here in the bottom of the third as Macio's getting after it on the first baseline. 92 fouled off. Count 1-2 on Bryson, who, based on his mannerisms, wants that one back.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like he was seeing our guy on the mound pretty well, too, his first at-bat before Brewer got thrown out. As Maceo does your favorite routine of all time.
Big fan of wrecking ball. That's going to be gas at 94. Fastest pitch of the day from Metz, and positioned perfectly as well.
Yeah, really throwing it well. Living off that fastball early in the night. As you see, that was his 25th pitch of the evening. That's one of the cooler graphics I've ever seen. But yeah, I really like what I've seen from him so far. I think the more fastballs you can throw through the first time through the lineup, you're setting yourself up for success later on in the game.
3 strikeouts so far for Metz as he faces Jack Renwick, the shortstop. Sophomore out of Wofford takes that one at 77 inside. He has not shown off the slow bender very much this evening. Makes him that much stronger second time through the order. As he gets 90 past Renwick. Jack comes in hitting 246, a 363 on base percentage. It's the second time Reed Metz has thrown against the Bananas. Beautiful pitch at 91 on the outside corner, count 1-2. Reed went 3 1/3 hitless 3 strikeout, 1 walk innings of work in a 5-2 win for the Flamingos on top of the Bananas. That was in Florence back on June 14th. Let's gave up 2 runs in 2 innings, his first outing of the summer against Lexington County. As there's that big bender and Renwick able to spoil it. Since then, it's been 10 1/3 innings with just 1 earned run allowed. Another 1-2 pitch to Renwick. Bender down and out. Did he go? No, says Kelly Ledbetter over at first.
I didn't have him going. I think it was a good job by Jack there. Good pitch, though. Tough to lay off of.
That's ready to rumble for a 2-2. Guy who started his college career as a volunteer at Tennessee. That's 92 up above the zone. Renwick not able to hold off on that one. After redshirting at Tennessee, that's transferred to Crowder College out in Neosho, Missouri. Crowder to the JUCO World Series this past spring. He went 2-1 in 16 relief appearances. As that one cued foul at home plate by Brody Wortham, the Nanners' first baseman.
Serious English on that baseball.
Not expecting a front door bender was the 9-hitter for the Bananas. Senior transferring from the University of West Georgia to Auburn.
Macio's really moving it this evening.
A lot of passion in his dances. It's a tight, looks like a slider cutter type pitch just below the zone, count 0-2. These are the kind of guys who have given the Bananas trouble. Good fastball control and 2 different breaking balls, one mid-80s, one mid to high 70s. Good recipe for success. Wortham able to get the hands in on the 92-mile-an-hour heater. Count still 0-2. The Bananas insiders remain undefeated. White Goodman.
Ah.
Yeah.
I was so close. I was like 90% there.
Caprice and Jenny, really good work by you folks. Another 0-2 to Wortham. Bender just misses the outside corner.
That was off. It's really cool getting to go between the broadcast that we have up here and then kind of seeing where pitches cross from our high home angle, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
Super high home angle.
Super high home. Looking right down on it as that one is hit high to left center, but Smith has a beat on it and will haul it in. 1 single through 3 innings for the Bananas, but nothing to show for it. As Metz continues to dazzle, we'll turn it back down to Jesse Cole with Jared Donaldson and Colleen for their dance tonight.
Jared Donaldson and Colleen Edwards dancing a Paso Doble.
You got a Paso Doble in your back pocket, Kyle?
What in the world is that?
What we just saw.
A front flip?
No, I think the dance was a Paso Doble.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. If it was with you, I think I could do it. Once again, I think that confirms our guess that is just the style of dance that we're doing this week. That it's a little bit slower, a little bit more intense, I guess you could say. But I thought that one was pretty good.
Yeah, I think I'm interested. We'll learn more when the Dancing with the Bananas episode drops on the Bananas YouTube page tomorrow at noon. But I think they're all doing different dances. I just think they're kind of like maybe it's like the theme is classical.
Yeah, I forgot what they said it was. It's definitely a branch of dance that they're all going off of. They're doing the same one. It's just what style of that specific topic, I guess, would be the best way to put it.
Yeah, count 1-1 here on Will Hardy, the Florence cleanup man. Line drive single to right his first time, was robbed of what would be his team-leading 18th run scored of the summer because he was fielder's choice off first base. Jack Hammond ended up vulturing him for the run scored. That one going to be hit hard, but on a hop to Ynesta at second for out number 1.
Yeah, really good pitch there by Patty Sack. I mean, he got his barrel around to it, but still, I think 1-2. I wish more guys would do that pitch up in the zone when it's not necessarily an 0-2 count, but like a 1-ball count or even a 2-ball count if you're confident in throwing it up there.
Dolce Banana, your guess is as good as ours up in the broadcast booth, buddy. Now Jack Hammond, man who bounced one to short, was able to beat the wrap at first. Very important for Florence as the on-deck hitter Jordan Smith went Yabaruni to left. Difference between a 1- and 2-run lead. And that's a really nice bender getting the outside corner. Count 1-1 on the Flamingos DH tonight. Hammond with a shorter tenure on this Florence team than any of the other guys in the lineup. This is only his 8th game for the Flamingos. Putting up good numbers though. Now 6 runs scored across 8 games played, couple of RBIs. Gary and Jen, the rest of the Buc-ee's fudge tasting will be on one of our upcoming whiteboard broadcasts.
You guys tasting some fudge?
Oh, a lot of fudge.
Yeah,
$15 worth of fudge.
Really?
Yeah, like literally I feel like it's got to be like 20 flavors. Maybe more. And it is delicious. I opened the box up to the office though last week as that one is flicked towards center. Drew's not going to get there. Nice seeing eye single on the flare off the bat of Hammond, who is 1 for 2 on the evening.
Taco bar.
That's your guess for after the game tonight.
That's what we're having post-game meal tonight.
You nailed it last week.
I did. I got another point. You guys should know that. I now have 2 points, as Biko has yet to guess. I was correct. Last home game was pizza. Was a biggish part of it, which I thought it was going to be the only part. But we're gracious around these parts, so I have 2 points.
Yeah, good work. I think 2 for 5 on the summer now.
Somewhere around there. I'm doing pretty good.
It's a Hall of Fame pace. Heater just misses low to Jordan Smith. As you take a look at the home run from earlier, at least the exit of it, out past the Savannah Pirates sign out and left. That one on a hop to second. Ynesta has one. Renwick with a bullet to first. 4-6-3 double play for the Nanners. And the 1-out single is erased.
Yeah, really good stuff from there. I love watching him throw the baseball. It's so much fun.
That was a bullet to first. Now back down to the field, Jesse Cole for Hey Baby this evening, a Grayson Stadium tradition.
It is tradition time. Let's get this place bumping. It is time for a little Hey Baby. So everyone on your feet and follow along. Here we go. Clap your heads. Time to get the arms going. Here we go. Keep it going, Banana Land. Here we go. Hey, baby.
Ooh, ah.
A little shuffle step. Oh, yes. You guys look good tonight. All right, now let me hear you. Hey. Last time, Banana Land. You guys are amazing. We love you guys.
Well, hey baby, always a blast. And speaking of blasts, how about a couple spins of the old wheel
It's
of
everybody's
unfortunate?
favorite time of the night. Same things on the wheel. We haven't switched it up yet. But
Yeah. We've got some goodies that will be on the board soon. Yeah, classic.
I was speaking Kyle was speaking third person for the rest of this at bat.
Good catch there, buddy. Blimey! What is it with me and this bloody English accent?
It's Australia, dude. We got to start practicing it on the side.
I only ever get to talk in me English accent when I'll spin it on this here wheel. Drew Yanesta with a little dinky liner.
And Kyle loves it. Kyle loves every time that you do that.
It's going to be snagged at second by Mac McCroskey.
It just sounded like you said crikey.
Chip, chip, here you. Well, there is the first out of the inning, so it's pretty short-lived.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, nothing crazy. If it was something a little bit more extreme, I think we would have carried it on a little bit longer.
Drew now 0 for 2 on the night. The strikeout and the soft liner to second. Armando flew out to Barbieri and left his first time. Yeah, Jenny, I'm trying my best, you know? It may not be English, but it's an accent. Over at third base, Don Andrews said that Mondo did go around as Macio's hips go round and round.
His things don't lie.
Gary and Jen think the wheel needs some grease. I don't think it would hurt.
I can bring some WD-40 on Friday.
Think of the worm in the labyrinth, Jenny says. That's going to help me with my British accent. Are you talking about Labyrinth with David Bowie? He was British, wasn't he?
Can't help you there.
Chip, chip, cheerio. I'm the worm in the labyrinth. It didn't.
I mean, it couldn't have got more.
Didn't feel good. Quick look at our view from high in the sky in the banana panorama as Becerra bounces that one to McCroskey.
I swear we're going to strap you into that thing before your broadcast career is over.
It'd be a dream come true. I'm a thrill seeker.
I think it's going to be awesome.
Be pretty fired up to be flying through the sky.
Calling the game, of course.
Yeah, naturally. Not just for leisure. Be working as well. Captain Matt, the infamous Party Plaza DJ for the Bananas, Manana Matt, has promised that he would take me skydiving at some point in our lives.
Really? I think I would go to him. If I could get him and Kurt together on that project, I don't think that there should be any reason that we could get it done next week. Those two guys, I mean, they could do anything.
Well, a skydiving project? Or?
No, the drone you suspended from it.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know how they're going to figure out how to... Are you saying that they can build a plane?
Those two guys, yeah, I would.
Matt does have his skydiving license.
Really?
Yeah. He's licensed to dive out of the sky. It's gas towards the top of the zone. 90
Looks like 120.
Yeah, Reed Metz is dealing. Bo Brewer, the only banana who has reached against him. Took care of him with a pickoff. As Levon late on another 90-mile-an-hour heater, count even at 2-2. Nanner's DH went down swinging to end the bottom of the first inning. Oh, the worm says hello, and she's like, did you just say hello? And he's like, no, but that was close enough.
That was better. It wasn't bad.
Had to channel the worm. Jenny was right. It's a bouncer past the sliding attempt of Hinderlider. And the Bananas with their second base knock of the day.
Good piece of lumber there from Levon, especially down in the count.
Ended up being a 2-2 bender from Metz. Well, Levon hasn't tried to steal a bag so far in the summer. He was 6 for 9 in that department last year.
Remember one infamous steal that he had last summer where he headbutted the ball to the fence?
That's true. Steal of second.
I wouldn't mind that.
And the throw hit him straight in the helmet, and it boomed out into left center field.
Everything he does is powerful.
There wasn't a chance to get him coming home. As you could see, Reed halfway to 100 with the pitch count. And Levon staying put as the bender's down and out to Bo. And a hot shot into center field, his first time. Ended up stealing second and being picked off of second after that. And that one grazes the outside corner at 88, count even at 1-1 on Brewer. Sure talking to T. Christopher Walker about if that is the edge of the strike zone or not. Great frame by Dellerman.
Better shot of the mustache.
And it's going to be a fly out to Hardy and right. 2-out single, nothing showing for it. And we'll turn it back down to the field. Florence up a pair of runs as Jesse introduces Nolan Daniel and his partner Elizabeth.
And Bananas pitcher and all-star Nolan Daniel dancing a cha-cha.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nolan Daniel and Elizabeth. Don't forget, voting begins when the final dance is complete tonight. Take a note of who you're going to vote for. You can vote at thesavannahbananas.com.
Wow-y. That is 9s from Nana, Karen, and Bella, and 8 from Maceo. And Nolan and Elizabeth have ascertained a 26 overall. That's the highest score across the past 2 weeks of Dancing with the Bananas. The illustrious history of this year competition. It's going to be 7-8-9 for Florence as first pitch swinging and a bouncer to second, throw to first, just in time from Drew Yanesta to retire Aaron Staley, who had tried to reach on a bunt for a hit, so now 0 for 2 on the day. Back in the second inning following the Jordan Smith homer. Drew going over how that ball nearly ate him up. It was stung and it took a tough hop at the end there. Only his third start of the summer at second. out of 28 games played now, as there's a front door bender at 83, a mighty hack and a miss from Tyler Dellerman. He bounced to third his first time. Catcher for the Flamingos, hitting a $169 on the summer. And watches 89 sail above the zone. This is the second time this summer across 4 starts that Daniel Paddysack has ventured into the 5th inning through 4 2/3 of 2-run ball against the Blowfish, as Renwick knows his runner. Takes ample time to fire that one across the diamond. And it'll be Francesco Barbieri. Junior out of Ave Maria, and there you go. There's the stat in itself. Paddysack trying to venture deeper into a game that he has in his Young Bananas career, the sophomore out of Charleston Southern. The pride of Prague, Chechnya. That one dots the outside corner. Off speed at 83 miles an hour. Barbieri lined the ball into right center for a single back in the 3rd inning. Got sacked to second, reached third on a bouncer to the right side and was stranded there. This is the second time that Paddysack has faced Florence. Went 4 innings of 1 run, no earned run baseball. 3 hits and 5 Ks. That was all the way back on June 15th. And the 1-2, like clockwork. That one not stung as hard as Barbieri had sent it into right center his first time. Oh, nice loopy liner. And the 5th hit of the night for Florence. As you can see, Kyle Lewix has abandoned me in the booth after 4 innings of quality color commentary. Joins the boys in the dugout trying to spark some action offensively. One's at 84 on the outside corner to Trimble, who's grounded out to short and had the sacrifice bunt that pushed Barbieri from first to second a couple innings ago. So 0 for 1 on the night, as you can see. One chopped to short. Renwick's going to go the short way for out number 3. 5 phenomenal innings from Daniel Paddysack. The 2-run shot by Jordan Smith in the 2nd, the only runs on the board tonight. 2-0 Florence. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, here are the Banana Nanas.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Banana Nanas.
Oh man, the Nanas phenomenal as per usual. Thank you to everybody watching on Flow Sports tonight, as well as Bananas Insiders. This game gliding along. Just over an hour in the books, and we are halfway through. In the middle of the 5th, a pitching change for Florence. Replacing Reed Metz on the mound is Connor Brinson, the redshirt freshman out of North Greenville University. pride of Livingston, South Carolina. Metz was phenomenal. 4 innings of 2-hit, 4-strikeout ball. I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, his bugaboo on the summer had been walks, 11 of them in 12 1/3. And as I rack my brain, I'm not sure he had a 3-ball count tonight. Just to Ty Jackson when he flew out to right back in the second. That was the only time that Metz even came within a pitch of allowing a walk tonight. Great work by Josh Talebski on the statistics. The man always on the spot. Any information that you may need. It's going to be 5, 6, 7 for the Nanners here in the 5th. Stanley, Jackson, and Bloomer due to swing it. And as the count quickly 0-2 on the Bananas catcher, the junior out of Columbia College flew out to center on the first pitch he saw from Metz tonight. It's like that ball nearly took out Taylor and Miguel, third base cameraman and drone flying extraordinaire. 0-2 misses out, that one with 88 miles per hour. This is Brinson's 4th appearance of the summer, 3rd out of the pen. As you can see, Indy, one of the 8 All-Stars for the Nanners, as he pops that one foul, and it's going to reach the seats just out of reach for Will Hardy. Now that I see Will over at first base, I realize that I've said that he's been out in right once or twice tonight. Hardy has played a whole lot of right field for Florence this summer, but that would be Aaron Staley. Who is truly patrolling right field as Jesse Cole poses for a picture with some fans. And back on the field, 87 misses down and in to Stanley. Brinson 9 2/3 innings thrown this summer, 6 earned runs for a 5.58 ERA. As that one skied towards right center, it's going to be Jordan Smith to haul it in for out number 1. 11 hits, 7 walks, and 5 strikeouts for the North Greenville man. Now Ty Jackson, Nanners left fielder, flew to right. Back in the 2nd inning. And Ty shows bunt, able to pull back. Just at the last second for ball number 1. That one 87 above the zone. We've seen him successfully 4 times this summer push bunts up the first base side. Shows bunt once again. And able to pull back once again. Count 2-0. Over at third base, South Trimble continues to retreat. Back behind the third base bag. Will Hardy, similar positioning over at first. Nanners trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 5th. Shows bunt once again, and now ahead 3-0. Well-deserved all-star bid for the 2nd-year Banana. Guy who started last summer on a temp contract. The heartbeat of this team will show bunt once again, and for the first time in the at-bat, a strike thrown. Ty's got pop, hit a home run a couple nights ago in Macon, as that one is going to be stopped at short by Hinderleiter. Never had a chance to get the speedy Ty Jackson trying to inject some energy in his dugout. Perfectly placed in the 6 hole. It was honestly an incredible job by Hinderleiter just to get to it. Now one of the fastest men in the league over at first base, tied 12 for 14 on the summer in stolen base attempts. tied for 4th in the CPL. His fellow second-year Banana, Bryson Bloomer, in the box. And a fastball nowhere close to the zone. Nanner's right fielder went down swinging his first time. Brinson working from the stretch, rocking the tweener pants with the stirrups for socks as Ty is going to go first to third. Kind of a hezzy hay, and able to catch Jordan Smith in no man's land. Bloomer had a big turn, but representing the tying run, he ends up halting and hitting back to first. A couple of one-out singles. And the Nanners in business here. Runners at the corners with one down. Good base running by Jackson. Bloomer 6 for 6 on the summer in stolen base attempts. The Bananas lead the Coastal Plain League. 90 steals in 103 tries. He fakes the steal, and Jack Renwick fouls a heater off at 86. And her shortstop went down swinging his first time. Mets got him with a high fastball. Middle infield trying to turn two. Renwick's got burning speed as well, so he'll take a perfectly hit ball to double up the Banana shortstop. And a check on Bloomer, who's back standing. Connor Brinson, a guy who started his college career at USC Upstate before transferring to North Greenville. Up in Tigerville, South Carolina. One of my favorite towns in the country. I've never been there, but I love the name. A lot of North Greenville guys in the CPL. And that's a beautiful backdoor bender at 74. As he's ahead 0-2 on the sophomore out of Wofford. A couple South Carolina boys doing battle. Renwick hails from Spartanburg. Jackson off third, Bloomer off first. 0-2 pitch is going to be flown to left, plenty deep to get Ty in from third. The throw from Barbieri is going to go into second rather. And the Nanners cut the Flamingos lead in half. Ty Jackson scores his 14th run of the summer as Renwick drives in his 12th. And Ty getting the royal treatment from Hunter Ensminger, with Justin Jones as the muscle behind him. Good situational hitting there by Renwick. His third sac fly of the summer, and that one at 73. Looped in there for strike one on Brody Wortham. The Nanners' first baseman flew out to center to end the third inning. Bloomer still staying put at first base. Good job there by Dellerman to get his hands on the fastball that leaked further inside than Connor Brinson would have liked. One on the native of Weedawee, Alabama. A heater at 85. Enough velo to sneak it past Wortham, count 1-2. Bloomer stays put, and the count 2-2. It'll be interesting to see if Bryson is off on the 2-2 pitch. Obviously one more bad one, and he'll be running no matter what. Grayson staying put. And we'll get a free takeoff on the 3-2 offering here, coming from Brinson to Wortham. Payoff pitch. It's going to be flied towards right center. Off speed. And Staley there to snag it. But the Bananas strike for their first run of the night on a pair of hits and strand one. It's 2-1 Florence heading to the 6th. And we'll turn it down to the field. Jesse Cole introducing Indiana Stanley and Kristen.
Dancing a mambo. Fans, let's hear it for Kristen Jamison and Bananas catcher and all-star Indy Stanley.
Wow, our first 10s of the summer. Those given out by Maceo and Nana Karen. Indy fired up. Now we got a fire drill. All the boys ready to place the gear on him as he's got to pitch. He's got to catch the 5th inning for Daniel Paddysack here. This is like a pit crew. Everybody has their role and they do it right. Be able to get the final straps going. Takes the mask and we're ready to rumble. Here in the top of the 6th. That was a 29. Nolan, Daniel, and Elizabeth had just gotten the highest score of the summer with 26. And Indy and Kristen top it by 3. Only 1 point short of a perfect 30. Bella of the Banana Splits, the only judge who saw imperfection with that one. Really good stuff. So remember, voting will open after the 6th inning. That's when our last dance of the night will happen. That one bounced off of Brody Wortham. He's able to grab it with his glove and using the chest to deaden the ball. He's able to retire Mac McCroskey. Second baseman 0 for 3 in his Flamingos debut. A couple ground outs and a strikeout now. It's an entertaining one for Brody. Take a look at it again. Really tough hop. And luckily he had squared his shoulders to the ball. Able to snag it with the leather. Now Jacob Hinderleiter. The shortstop, although looks as if Mason Staz, the junior out of Roanoke, pinch hitting for Hinderleiter. And this is news to T. Christopher Walker. He's gonna have to clear it with Tyler Gillum as well. Everything's copacetic. So Hinderleiter Goes 0 for 2 on the day, a strikeout and a flyout. And Staz, the man out of Olin, North Carolina, takes 89, perfectly placed on the outside corner, count 1-1. Daniel Paddysack, only the second Bananas pitcher to venture into the 6th inning of a start this summer. Jared Donaldson, the only other man to make it this far. Daniel had only thrown 49 pitches through 5. 14-pitch, 2-run, top of the second, his longest, most strenuous inning of the evening. This is Mason Staz's 26th game he's played in for the Flamingos. That's top for the team. Rare you don't see him in the lineup. Comes in hitting 203 though. 7 runs scored, 8 driven in. And out of his 16 hits, the only extra base hit, 1 double. One-two pitch from Paddysack. Heater misses up, count even at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch, another fastball, misses the zone. Count now full on the new shortstop for the Flamingos, who was a Martinsville Mustang last summer. Only for 4 games though, takes 4 straight bad ones. Heaters high from Paddysack. And it's the first walk from either side tonight. Thirteenth base on balls of the summer received by Staz, who will run. He's 3 for 5 on the summer in his stolen base attempts. Was 8 for 9 this past spring in the ODAC up there, playing in Salem, Virginia for Roanoke. It's a beautiful bender. At 81, gets the zone for strike 1 to Will Hardy. He's hit the ball hard twice. Line drive single to right, and a 1-hopper to Drew Yanesta at second. Reginald Horton, a big Reading Rainbow fan. That one's going to be bounced to Drew again. A lot easier play this time around. And with Staz advancing to second, with 2 outs, it'll be Jack Hammond, the DH. 1 for 2 on the day. A single reached on a fielder's choice and scored one of Florence's 2 runs. Hammond out of Owasso, Oklahoma. And a front door bender in there for strike 1. Comes the 12th pitch of the top of the 6th from Paddysack. Yes, beautiful. 88 right at the bottom of the zone. 0-2 now on Hammond. Athletics runs in his family. His uncle played football at Bethel College. His great uncle played baseball at Kansas State. Redshirt freshman transferring from Kansas to Cal State Long Beach. Ready for an 0-2. That's a beautiful bender. Called strike 3, 3rd K of the night for Paddysack. All of them have been looking. He's thrown 6 innings of brilliant 2-run ball. And here is Shark to honor all the military members, both past and present tonight, as Florence leads 2-1.
Please join the Bananas in honoring the men and women that served this great nation as we salute our hometown heroes of the night. The Savannah Bananas thank you for your service and commitment to our great country and for protecting our freedom.
Always a special moment in Banana Land. You see Jesse Cole out with the selfie stick and marker, looking for some hands to shake. As we pop up into the broadcast booth, Josh Chalevsky joining me for one of our favorite games in all the land.
Guess that stash.
Whose stash is that?
That's right.
I mean, guess that stash works as well. Whatever you call it at home, it's the game that's sweeping the nation. And Josh, guess that stash. I think I have it. I feel really good about it.
I think I might have it too.
Okay, give me your guess and I'll give you mine.
I'm going to go with DC.
That's exactly who I was going with. Give me that sly smile of Dylan Cunningham, please. Yes. Good work, buddy.
Thank you. Same to you.
Yeah, that's a good start to our evening. And we are blessed with not just DC's stash, but Juan Moore. Whose stash is that? Whoa! Oh, hey! Oh, where'd the stash go? Oh, okay, we can't see ourselves out through. I know this stash.
I think I know that stash too.
All right.
It's about time we got this stash.
I know.
And I miss this man dearly.
Yeah, you've got it. It's Vinny Rouso.
It's Vinny Rouso.
That's a fact. Man, good ones tonight. Good work, Chad. I also really appreciated Josh and I being able to peek through Vinny's molars back there. Josh sliding back on the replay machine and graphics, as well as being the stats man. 3 jobs for the price of 1. That's how we pay the bills here in Grayson Stadium. As Connor Brinson out for his 2nd inning of work. Pulls the string, 72 miles an hour on the breaker. Drew confirms that it was a pinch below the zone with T. Christopher Walker, the home plate umpire. And her second baseman has struck out and hit a loopy liner to second. That one, good wood on it. But Barbieri able to cut into the left center field grass to haul it in. Third time through the lineup for the Bananas. Drew the leadoff hitter. Here's Armando Becerra, who has flown to left and grounded out to second so far this evening. Sophomore out of Erskine, 6th best in the Coastal Plain League with a .340 batting average. Takes a front door bender just a hair inside. Brinson finds out from Walker that indeed was the call. Shakes his head in acceptance. And that one just misses the bottom of the zone. A couple close ones, both at 72 miles an hour. Every one of these first 6 hitters at the top of the lineup for the Bananas, besides Livan Reynoso, who just simply did not put enough time in. All of them all-stars. As Brinson gets the call on that slow front door bender. Dolce, I think you are right on that front as well, as the heater misses outside. No, that's a strike. Framed by Dellerman at 85 miles an hour. Brinson living on the edges here against Mondo. And fastball, same spot. Becerra never gets the bat off his shoulder. 3 tough strike calls. I'd say that one was probably the best out of the 3. T. Christopher Walker has had a good zone tonight. But the 2-0 bender, possibly a makeup call for the pitch right before it. And the 2-1 fastball was a couple balls off the outside corner, but that one really not too bad a pitch at all. So first strikeout on the evening for Brinson, who now faces Livan. And his DH has 1 of 3 hits for the Bananas tonight. Check that, make it 1 of 4. Ground ball, base hit into left, back in the 4th inning. Struck out swinging his first time against Reed Metz, who went 4 innings of 2-hit ball, keeping the Bananas off the board. How about that? Someone ordering sushi to a baseball game in which all the food is free. One at 86 gets to the bottom of the zone. Count now 3-1 on Reynoso. Sometimes you want what you want. Hey, Eric Holt, congratulations on being paid to watch the Bananas tonight. Good gig you got going on over there. That's the slow bender. Once again at 72 from Brinson, gets Levon chasing. And he's worked his way back from 3-0. He's able to battle back from behind 2-0 to Becerra. Get the strikeout looking, just a hitter earlier. And it's going to be a hot shot up the middle. Levon with his 2nd hit of the evening. Hold up over there at first. Had a 2-out single in the 4th. Did not attempt to swipe second base. Hasn't tried to steal a bag this summer. As I mentioned last time he was on base, he was 6 for 9 last summer in the stolen base department. This past spring at Tennessee Wesleyan did not try and swipe one bag in 61 games played. Probably helped that he hit 32 home runs, so wasn't too much time spent on the bases. 21 doubles and a triple to boot. Less than half of his hits were singles. Now a check on Brinson on the mound as Dellerman joins the party. Benton Schweinfurth, his first season as the primary pitching coach for the Flamingos. Last summer coached the Surrey Valley Sabre Dogs, winners of the Expedition League, with Bananas hitter Bo Brewer on his team. This is the 2nd time on the summer that Schweinfurth has gone out to the mound and chatted with a pitcher just before they face Bo Brewer. Obviously got to spend a full summer with the pride of McKinney, Texas. Sophomore, transferring from Paris Junior College to the University of Kansas. 1 for 2 on the evening. And first to check on Levon. The crowd trying to will a 2-out rally to occur here. And fastball dots the low outside corner for strike 1. We were 4th best in the CPL with a .352 batting average. .457 on base percentage is 7th best overall. That one. The quicker breaking ball, more of a slider variety. That one at 80 miles an hour. Brinson dabbles in the 85 to 86 region with the heater. Down to 80 for the slider and around 72 miles an hour with that slow curve. Tries to get the outside corner. That one barely skids away from Dellerman, so Levon staying put on first. Good comment by Jenny Bezin. She said Indy 500. And the Bananas catcher was speeding through, putting his gear on after his dance. Good spot here for Bo. Now ahead 3-1, mostly been a singles hitter this summer. In fact, 30 out of his 31 hits have been one-baggers. Danner's looking for a gapper here with the tying run on 1st and 2 down. And now Levon's going to get a head start. Will Hardy, the first baseman, will play behind him. And Reynoso will be off with the pitch, 3-2 and 2 down. Presents the tying run. Payoff to Brewer is going to be flown to shallow right. Hardy has a beat on it and will catch it just on the edge of foul territory, so the Bananas strand another man. They still trail by 1 heading to the 7th. Down to the field for Jesse Cole, who has Bryson, Bloomer, and Lauren for our last dance of the evening. Voting will begin right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bryson Bloomer and Lauren Homan. A reminder that voting is now open. You can vote when we walk around with QR codes for your favorite dancing couple. You can also vote at thesavannahbananas.com.
Well, a heck of a job there by the Boomer and Lauren, as they amass a score of 26 that ties Nolan and Elizabeth for second best tonight out of the 5 couples who danced. And look at that beautiful sky. Taylor Finneran zooming out. Take a look at another sold-out Grayson Stadium. Looked like a spark of lightning far out in the distance. Don't tell anybody here. We shall not delay this game. We enter our final 3rd innings. Nope. Didn't say that right at all. Our final 3 innings of the ball game. And Bobby McBride replaces Daniel Pattysack on the bump. Bo Brewer bobbles it at 3rd, but across the diamond in time to retire Jordan Smith, whose 2-run homer in the 2nd inning is the difference in this ball game. Bounced out to 2nd a couple innings ago. And the center fielder retired on a fastball in on the hands. Bobby, a sophomore out of UConn, currently in the transfer portal. Out of Brewster, New York. My only fellow New Yorker in 3 years of broadcasting Bananas collegiate baseball. We've had a couple pros from the Empire State. Fires the heater high to Aaron Staley, the right fielder, 0 for 2 on the night. Wanted one back to the pitcher on an attempt for a base knock as 92 grazes the outside corner. And then grounded out to 2nd, his last trip to the dish. Sophomore out of Abilene Christian. Loops that one to right, and Bloomer is there to haul it in. For out number 2, that looked like it might have been a changeup from Bobby McBride. Normally, fastball slider, that's the bread and butter for a guy who can be as nasty as they come in the CPL when he's really on. His last time out was 2 2/3, 1 run, 1 hit, 3 walk, and 3 strikeout innings of work with the Flamingos. And Tyler Dellerman takes that slider just a bit low and out. So far, a couple grounders to the left side. As we take a look at the Bananas dugout, Daniel Patysak-Liss. But what a phenomenal night for the man out of Prague, the pride of the Czech Republic. Guy's been playing on their national team since he was 12 years old, on the official national team that competes in the WBC, World Baseball Classic, Euros, all other big boy events since he was 18. Soft tapper to third. Bo is on the spot. And what a quick, good inning of work there for Bobby McBride. I know there are a handful of scouts in attendance tonight. Excited to see that. I'll think they'll get more in the top of the 8th. Before the Bananas get to swing it, let's turn it down to Jesse Cole. It's time to turn yellow.
Flashlights, because all of us together are going to sing Yellow by Coldplay. So let's get those flashlights going and join in, and let's sing. Let me hear you, Banana Nation. Let me hear you say yellow. We love you so much, Banana Nation. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Man, yellow is always a feast for the eyes. Quite a cool scene here in Grayson Stadium as we follow the Nanners back into their dugout. On the Banana Panorama there is a guy everyone in Banana Land very familiar with. Ryan Schroeder, the new man on the bump for the Flamingos. He's been one of the best pitchers in the Coastal Plain League this summer, the sophomore out of Ave Maria. A Jacksonville native, just like the man on deck for the Bananas here in the bottom of the 7th. Well, first, it's going to be Indy Stanley, 5'6'7" for Schroeder, who is facing the Bananas for the 5th time this summer. His last time out was an anomaly after a phenomenal start to the summer. As Ryan fires 76-mile-an-hour bender low to Indy. Catcher has flown to center both times tonight. In 27 innings pitched before his last outing, Schroeder had only allowed 6 runs. In 3 1/3 in Grayson 6 nights ago, he gave up 7, all of them earned on 6 hits and a walk. That was the 4th time the Bananas had seen him. They finally solved the puzzle. And Indy skies that one to right. Aaron Staley towards the line will haul it in. Good work by Schroeder on the 2-0 pitch to induce an out. Now 3 flyouts on the night for the Nanners backstop. And here is the Jacksonville versus Jacksonville matchup. Schroeder versus Jackson. Ty scored the Nanners' only run of the evening in the bottom of the 5th. Seeing eye single into left. And came around to score on the Jack Renwick sacrifice fly. There's a heater at 86 at the knees. 87, maybe 88 is about as crazy as Schroeder will get on the gun. But a really good 4-pitch mix. Throw a couple different breaking balls, work a changeup in as well. Dabbles with the splitter, which like we may have got a peek at there, if not the change. Count 0-2 on the Nanners left fielder. Schroeder had thrown 12 1/3 innings of just 1-run ball against the Bananas over his first 3 outings before they touched him up for 7 runs in 3 innings in what of course would be an 8-7 Flamingos win. 6 unanswered runs scored by Florence after trailing 7-2. As there's a soft chopper towards short. Staz in for Hinderleiter, there to make the play. And it'll be up to Bryson Bloomer, the Bananas right fielder, to try and get something going with 2 down. 1 for 2 on the evening, a strikeout and a line drive single to left center his last time up. It was instrumental in getting Ty Jackson to third to set up the sac fly. As the heater at 85 misses wide. Oh, Jenny Bezin, that's a good fact in the Bananas Insiders chat. Said Ty went to her old high school. Must be a Mandarin High School alumni then. That's a soft looper towards center. It's gonna fall in front of Jordan Smith. And Bloomer with his second base knock of the evening will get the job done. Only 74 miles per hour on the slow bender, and even less 70 off the bat. But a hit is a hit. And Jack Renwick, the shortstop, will try and keep things going. Struck out his first time. Hit the aforementioned sac fly to Barbieri, his last trip to the dish. Bloomer takes off for second. First pitch is low. Throw from Dellerman. Not in time. It's going to go into center. But Bloomer was not aware. And wisely backing up was the charging Jordan Smith. Nick Bryson 7 for 7 on the summer in stolen base attempts. As the Nanners now 92 for 105. Starting lineup coming into the night was 59 for 69. You can do the math. Now 61 for 71. Bo Brewer, the other man to swipe a bag tonight before he was picked off. And now Schroeder is going to call out Dellerman to the mound for a meeting of the minds. 1-0 pitch coming to the sophomore out of Wofford. Dolce Banana, good question on what is Mr. Lewig's doing to fire up the bleachers. He's a man of the people. After 4 innings of color commentary, out there firing folks up. 1-0 pitch to Renwick. Nobody holding on. Bloomer at second. And that one's 85 below the zone. Jack with 16 hits on the summer. 14 of them singles, 2 of them doubles. Going to drive in his second run of the night. Bloomer fakes a steal towards third. And that one at 83 grazes the very bottom of the zone. Very well received by Tyler Dellerman. Bloomer represents this game's tying run. Now getting some attention from McCroskey, the second baseman. 2-1. And Renwick in the driver's seat, ahead 3 balls and 1 strike. Renwick is incredible of an athlete, as you'll find on the Eastern Seaboard. As you can see, has been finding plenty of RBIs over the last 5 games. 3-1, not even close. And the 3-time South Carolina basketball state champ, as well as a baseball state champion as well, will take the free pass. Something he's been doing plenty of this summer. That's his 12th walk compared to just 13 strikeouts. Part of the reason why the on-base percentage 119 points higher than the batting average, all the way up at 363. It'll be up to Brody Wortham, who's done a heck of a job driving in his teammates as well this summer. Nanner's first baseman takes the bender, grazing the inside corner for strike 1. Brody's 17 RBIs, tied with Dylan Kurahashi Choi Fu for second best on this Bananas team. Drew Yanesta with 20 waits on deck. He leads everybody. And that one up around the noggin of Wortham, drawing boos from a rowdy Wednesday night Bananas crowd. Remember, benches cleared between these two teams 6 nights ago here in Grayson. Ryan Schroeder was in the middle of it all, although not an instigator, just got fired up in the fray. You can see the blasts of lightning far off in the distance. 1-1 pitch to Wortham, fake of a double steal. And Bloomer and Renwick will scamper back to second and first base respectively. You see Tyler Gillum has traded coaching boxes. He is at first with the Bananas normally dancing first base coach, holding down the third base coaching duties. Maceo Harrison will have a big wave if Wortham can put a ball on the ground in the outfield. 2-1. Fastball misses down in the count, 3-1. There is some stretching, but nobody warming up in the Flamingos bullpen. This is Ryan Schroeder's inning to escape. The dangerous Drew Yanesta waits on deck. A 2-out single and a 2-out walk. Now a 3-1 pitch to Brody Wortham. And he misses. 84 down and out. 2 straight free passes. And the bases are full of Bananas, with one of the team's most dangerous hitters coming to the dish. Now the tying run 90 feet away, the go-ahead run in scoring position. Nowhere to put Drew Yanesta. Fly out, line out, and strikeout so far on the night for the third-year Banana. At the top of the order, as Schroeder wants new signs from Dellerman. Bloomer off third, Wortham off second. Check that. Renwick off second, Wortham off first. Fastball. Gets a little piece of the outside corner. Another really nice frame from Dellerman. And Schroeder ahead 0-1. Judy Pounders, another gorgeous Savannah sunset indeed. Grayson Stadium trying and dying to come unhinged. Ynesta back in a 1-1 count. Schroeder to Ynesta. And it's a fly ball deep down the right field line. It's going to drift just out of play. And lucky for the Bananas, although it was close to the 310-foot foul pole down the right field line, Aaron Staley was hot on its tail as well, as the right fielder will fire that one into the stands. And Ynesta behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bloomer represents the tying run, Renwick the go-ahead run. Wortham Insurance over at first base. 1-2 pitch coming to the Bananas second baseman. He's able to check his swing, a check down to first. No. Kelly Ledbetter says that Drew did in fact hold up. Really sharp bender down and out there. And what a big 2-2 pitch coming from Ryan Schroeder. Drew 5th in the Coastal Plain League with 20 RBIs. And now the count full on him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Two straight walks from Ryan Schroeder has loaded the bases. The 2-out single from Bryson Bloomer started this whole mess. He leads off third, Renwick off second, Wortham off first. Payoff to Drew. And it's a ground ball through the right side for a base hit. Bloomer scores the tying run, Renwick the go-ahead, and the Nanners are on top for the first time tonight. 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. And boom goes the dynamite. And the first base dugout, the guy's fired up. The 3rd-year Banana, Drew Ynesta, comes through. Fastball around the outside corner. He didn't try and do too much. Aaron Staley was playing in, but off on the pitch. Never had a chance in the world to snag Jack Renwick. And Schroeder still in trouble. Single, walk, 2-run single. Now Wortham off third and Ynesta off first. Bloomer with his 12th run scored of the summer. The same for Renwick. Drew with his 21st and 22nd runs batted in. He fakes a steal and Mondo takes a slow bender on the outside corner for strike 1. Nanners center fielder has flown out, grounded out, and struck out so far this evening. He's been one of the best hitters in the league. And it's going to be fouled left side out of play. An interesting situation for the Bananas. Now the count 0-2 on Becerra. Drew over at first base is 6 for 6 on the summer. It looks like this poor kid was found by the foul ball and not excited about his souvenir. It's okay, it'll be a good battle scar. 0-2 is squibbed left side foul. Cue ball down the line. Drew is now tied with Brock Vradenberg of the Lexington County Blowfish for 3rd in the Coastal Plain League in the RBI department. It was his 32nd hit of the year, tying him for 6th in the CPL. Another 0-2, and a good stop there by Dellerman. Fastball was spiked. Wortham over at third base has great speed. He's 7 for 9 on the summer trying to swipe bags. And the count even at 2-2 on Becerra. The inning started with a fly out and ground out. And then the 2-out looped single to center by Bryson Bloomer sparked a 2-run rally. Runners on the corners, 2-2 pitch coming to Mondo. And that one all the way to the backstop. Wortham's gonna score easily. The Bananas ahead 4-2 as Drew advances to second. What a costly wild pitch. One of the best pitchers in the Coastal Plain League. Through his first 8 outings of the summer, has had a bad couple appearances in Grayson Stadium since that start. Payoff pitch misses down and in. Third walk of the inning for Schroeder. And there are 2 men on with 2 out. Here comes a guy who can truly make this inning ugly. So far 3 runs in, all of them with 2 out. As I mentioned, Drew on second base, 6 for 6 on the summer in steals. Mondo at first, 10 for 11. He's tied for 10th place in the league in that category. And Livan Reynoso, 2 guys on base, 2021 Erskine College teammate. Not chasing 74 down and out. Couple ground ball singles for the Nanners DH tonight. He's one of the best hitters in the CPL last summer. Was the best hitter in NAI ball this past spring at Tennessee Wesleyan. 1-0 pitch. And that one at 83 will graze the low outside corner. Gary and Jen Keys with some sage advice. Stay humble, boys. We have been there before with these guys. Florence is a spunky team. That one barely gets a piece of the black of the outside corner. Count 1-2. It's been a good place to live for pitchers this evening if Schroeder can stay out there. Yanesta off second, Becerra off first. 1-2 pitch coming to Reynoso. And a wild one will allow Drew to take third and Mondo to move up to second. Second wild pitch of the inning. First 2 wild pitches of the night for Florence. Nanners haven't had one. Everyone baby sharking. Maceo, the kids, the guys on the bags. Now 2 men in scoring position. 2-2 pitch coming to Livan. Fastball misses down and out. And boy, have we been here before, another 3-2. Three hitters in a row have had full counts on them. Bo Brewer waits on deck. Livan, the 8th man to hit this inning. 3 runs already home. Payoff pitch. And it's shot towards right. It's gonna get down for a base hit. Yanesta and Becerra both score. The Nanners have plated 5 in the bottom of the 7th and lead 6-2. Another great piece of opposite field hitting. Not trying to do too much. Livan dunks it into right. Brings home his 2 former Erskine teammates. And this one's starting to get out of hand. The Bananas were held scoreless through 4. Just 1 run through 6. and have scored 5, all of them with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And they have now batted around as Bo Brewer, the third baseman, will be the 9th man to swing it. Levon with his 5th and 6th runs batted in on the summer in just his 10th game played. Drew takes 4th place in the Coastal Plain League with his 26th run scored in 28 games on the summer. And Mondo scores his 20th. Levon 3 for 4 on the afternoon. Bo 1 for 3 on the night. A single and a stolen base back in the 2nd. He would be picked off and has flown out and popped out since. Levon with a short lead at first. And Bo takes that one. Just getting a slight piece of the bottom of the zone. Dolce Banana fired up about the insurance runs. That one at 71, not where Schroeder wanted it. Count 1-1. The sophomore out of Ave Maria, transfer from Pensacola State before that. Gets a little flicked ball out into shallow right center, but it's going to fall for a base hit in that kind of inning for the Nanners. Bo Brewer with a magic wand does his best Wee Willie Keeler impersonation, hits it where they ain't. And Indiana Stanley, who started this 5-run bottom of the 7th with a fly out to right, will not get another opportunity to hit off Ryan Schroeder. Lane Harvey, the head coach, looks like he's going to make a move to the pen. Now, I will say for Ryan Schroeder, as I mentioned, a guy who in his first 12 1/3 innings against the Bananas this summer allowed just 1 run. That included an incredible 7-inning, 1-run start here in Grayson Stadium. He likes to talk his talk on the mound, but he's a very, very nice fellow off the mound as well. Went to Adam Morrow, one of the Bananas assistant coaches, after the fracas 6 nights ago, and apologized for him and his teammates' participation in the event, said it didn't represent who they are. Schroeder, a guy who, as I mentioned, has been in the Bananas' ears as he dominated them over his first 12 1/3 tossed against Savannah this summer. But he admitted that's part of the edge he gets on the mound. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you're dealing, you can say a little something to go along with it. But anyhow, it meant a lot to Adam Morrow to get an apology from Ryan Schroeder when clearly both teams had some fault for the fracas. It's going to be Blake Barkin, the freshman, the pride of Lakeland, Florida, big boy at 6'6" and 240 pounds, a freshman from Jacksonville. Only his 3rd appearance of the summer in 3 1/3 innings. Thus far, he's given up 1 run on 3 hits, a pair of walks, while striking out 3. His last time out was throwing 2 1/3 scoreless frames against the Bananas in that 8-7 victory 6 nights ago. Gave up his only run of the summer in an inning of work against the Tops. 1-0 count on the Nanners backstop. 2 flyouts to center, 1 to right so far in the night for Indiana Stanley. Two men on with 2 down. And Indy strokes that one past the diving Mason Staz. Levon scores easily. Brewer over to third. It's a hustle double for Indiana Stanley. The Nanners continue to pour it on, as it's now 7-2, sixth run to score with 2 down so far this inning. It's Levon's 6th run scored of the summer, Indy's 16th RBI, and the Bananas extra base king already with 6 doubles now on the summer, to go with a league-high 3 triples and a team-high 3 home runs. And that one up in the zone. Ty grounded out to short to make it nobody on and 2 outs. That was 9 batters to go. He's got 2 ducks on the pond, as that one all the way back to Dellerman. He slides towards home, and Bo Brewer in there ahead of him. A race of head-first slides, and the Nanners' third baseman first to home plate. Third wild pitch of the inning. The only 3 wild pitches from either side thrown tonight. And Brewer has scored his 17th run of the summer. Tied for third most on the Nanners. That one, as you can see, ricocheted right back to Dellerman. And good call there by Christopher Walker, as Bo clearly got that right hand in on home plate before the tag. Split and Nolan Daniel getting in a bit of a tussle outside the Bananas dugout. Indy moves over to third. And a 2-0 pitch coming to the Nanners left fielder. That one will touch the bottom of the zone. By the way, I called Indy the Bananas extra base king. And I call him the Bananas extra base prince, although he leads the team in triples and homers. Drew Yanesta has 13 doubles. That's more extra base hits than Indy has overall. He's got 12. And you add up his 6 2-baggers, 3 triples and 3 homers. And Drew's got a pair of long balls to boot, so 15 extra base hits for one of the CPL West's starters in the outfield. Fastball misses out. And yet another full count here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That will not end for Florence. Ty Jackson, the 11th man to swing it. 8 straight guys have reached. Payoff. Nasty pitch. Dives down and out of the zone at 80 miles an hour. And the inning mercifully ends. Ty makes the 2nd and 3rd outs. And 8 guys straight reach base between it to combine for 7 runs scored. We will turn it down to Jesse Cole. It's time to dance in the dark. The Bananas up 8-2.
And Shay and Hunter. Tyler and Shelly been together for 8 months. Hunter and Shay been together for 4 years. But you guys are going individual now. So whoever can dance the best is going to win this competition. So blindfolds on. When I touch your shoulder, you're going to walk off the field. We're going to get down to 2 total people. Are you ready? On your mark. Start going. Here we go. All right, Shay's going hard. It's Shay versus Hunter. All right, and there is Tyler and Shelby. Shay versus Hunter. Shay versus Hunter. Shay, you got to go hard. Shay, you got to go hard. You got to keep going. It's you versus Hunter, Shay. You got to go hard. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, Shay. Keep going. Shay, 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 I need you to take your blindfold off. Take your blindfold off. Will you marry me on Bananas for you?
Yes.
She said yes. Fans, let's hear it for Hunter and Shay.
Well, how about that for a magical moment? A little proposal mid-game, dancing in the dark. We have a couple newlyweds down on the field, and up in the booth, I am joined by a legendary Bananas insider, Brian Phelps, a guy who has been with us for over a couple years. Pretty much a day one man, right?
Almost, just about, yep. That's right.
I remember
right.
you back from the dog days of 2020.
Yes.
So Brian, first of all, how did you get into the Savannah Bananas? What is the journey that takes you to being in the booth with me now tonight?
Well, we stopped by the stadium on our way back home about 5 years ago and been hooked ever since.
How about that? So about 5 years ago,
Yep.
And then, of course, you know, the pandemic comes in 2020. It derails baseball for most of the world.
Yep.
But we were able to figure out how to do it safely here in Grayson with half
Yes.
capacity, masks, the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
Were you able to get into a baseball game in 2020, or was it a full summer of Bananas Insiders for you?
Just Bananas Insiders, that's it. What's up, guys?
Yeah, the few, the
This
past.
is awesome.
I mean, the booth has come a long way over these past 3 years.
It has. And it's because of him, y'all, right there. That man right there.
Well, yeah, I convince the great people who sign my paychecks to sign some checks for fancy equipment, and things do happen, but it takes an army.
It
Bobby
does.
McBride back out on the bump. He threw a 1-2-3 seventh on 7 pitches. It was actually the second 7-pitch inning of the night, dating back to Patty Sachs, top of the first. And now Francesco Barbieri takes a change on the outside corner. Count 1 and 2 on the 9-hitter, who has a pair of line drive singles into right center so far on the evening. As the sophomore out of UConn fires in a 1-2. That's a beautiful slider backdoor, and Barbieri caught napping. That'll be the first strikeout of the evening for McBride as South Trimble, the third baseman, 0 for 2, couple ground outs, both to short, and a sac bunt sandwiched in between will swing it. So how often do you get back into old historic Grayson since, you know, 2020 when it was so tough to do anything?
At least once a year, sometimes twice.
Yeah.
So if we're lucky.
That's
if we're
big.
lucky.
And what is the commute for you to get here to Grayson?
About 6.5 hours.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So
it was closer to going to Birmingham than it was here.
Right.
Sorry.
And you were at the game in Birmingham.
Yeah.
How about that? Phenomenal.
Oh, beautiful park.
Yeah, Rickwood Field, the oldest stadium in the country, is still in operation. Of course, they play the Rickwood Classic there, and were gracious enough to let us bring our new sport of banana ball to those hallowed grounds as well. And yeah, that was the largest Bananas game of all time, over 10,000 fans in Rickwood.
Did it beat Miami?
And you were a part of it. Yeah, West Palm Beach was about 8,000.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Man, unbelievable.
No, it was a historic event that you were a big part of.
Hey, that says something right there.
Yeah, it was cool. I'll tell you what, Rickwood Field was like stepping into a museum is what it felt like for me. There's a beautiful front door slider and back-to-back strikeouts looking for Florence.
I'll just say, in case of Bananas Insiders, yes, that is a banana in my pocket.
Yeah.
It really is, no joke.
That's eyes up here, though. That's a shirt
here.
pocket.
This banana shirt pocket, folks. Keep it clean.
So what comes together for the outfit today? Because it looks like you've got a pair of Captain Matt official glasses. You are a VIP.
Yes, I got the official Matt glasses before the game. And then my wife wanted, I found the shorts in Tybee.
Yeah, Bananas shorts can't be seen on screen, but they match very well with
You don't want to see that on screen. So let's just keep it that way.
1-0 pitch coming here. Count now even at 1-1 on Mac McCroskey, the second baseman. His first game as a Flamingo was the donut man. Struck out on 4 pitches back in the first, couple ground outs. 1 to second, 1 to first in his most recent 2 at-bats. And Bobby pumps 93 above the zone. Count now 2-1. So what has it been like for you as a Bananas fan to follow this team over the past couple summers? Obviously, before you knew about the squad, they won the CPL
in 2016.
Yep.
But you got to really be a big part of the magical championship run last summer.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it, to be honest with you. It's just incredible. I have people stop me in Nashville or Murfreesboro, where we live, and the bananas are known, well known. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just unreal.
Yeah, it's crazy how much the team has changed just in the 3 years that I've been here.
It's been amazing.
Heater just misses the bottom of the zone. First walk of the night from McBride, first batter to reach against him. Second base on balls for the Flamingos. Mason Staz walked in his only at-bat of the night. That was against Daniel Paddysack back in the 5th, as Staz came in for Jacob Hinderleiter at short. And Brian, what is your life outside of the Savannah Bananas? What do you do to make the bacon?
Work.
Yeah.
Building supply industry has not slowed down, and taking care of my little new dog, and my wife taking care of me. That's
there
it.
you go.
That's it.
Snap throw to first, and McCroskey is back in plenty of time. And Bobby McBride wants a new ball. Now, you have dabbled in baseball in the past, right? I feel like you've got a pretty storied life with America's Pastime.
Yes, I played 10 years. Gave it up when I was 16, 17. Played 10 years.
And you've been in the broadcast booth before, right? Have you ever been hopped on a mic once or twice?
Not really. I really wouldn't count that. No.
But I remember you saying that, something close to it, enough for me to mention it.
Yeah, we can go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. I did get to try out when I was 27 for the Texas Louisiana Professional League. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. I got cut by Jose Cruz from the Cincinnati Reds. He cut me.
How about that? A lifelong memory.
Oh, yeah. I mean, getting cut by somebody you grew up watching play baseball, one of your boyhood idols, that was pretty special.
Yeah. Corey Pye out chatting with Bobby and Indy, as there's a 2-0 count now on Staz. McBride cruised through the first 5 he faced. 2 ground outs, a fly out, and 2 Ks. And that is the first mound visit of the night for the Bananas. Still 5 to burn. With a 6-run lead and only 4 outs to get, you would hope it doesn't come to that.
Yes, I hope not.
Judy Pounder's fired up to see you on the broadcast.
Hey, Judy, what's up? I was hoping to see Tate, but he's in Myrtle Beach.
How about that? A little vacation action?
It said it's a bro trip, I guess. I don't know if he's on tonight. I hadn't seen.
Tate was on very early.
Oh, was he?
Popped in towards the top of the broadcast.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I think he's been busy at the beach ever since. Dolce Banana says the line to get in tonight was pretty amazing. Were you a part of that?
No, we got in.
VIP. Dumb question.
That's the way to go right there.
Yeah, so I think there's only 100 every night.
Yeah, I believe so. That's
and
right.
it's only on weeknights, I believe, is the VIP experience. Yes.
I was just glad to get one.
There you go.
We didn't get one for the Banana Ball Tour.
Heater finds the zone. Count now 3-1 at Staz. That one at 89 out of the hand of McBride. Yeah, well, when the waiting list for tickets is north of 63,000 people, makes sense that you want to try and get into the game early if possible.
Yes, it grew. When we bought our tickets, it was at 48. By the time I got the tickets, it grew to 60-something.
How about that?
Unreal.
Yeah, I mean, I think within the past year, it was around 10,000 or so. This past Banana Ball World Tour has made that list skyrocket.
And I think Jesse, I thought I heard Jesse mention that Nashville may be in the mix next year.
We are certainly considering it. Yeah, really cool park. With the guitar scoreboard out in right.
Yep.
Payoff pitch coming here to Staz. And it's going to be a 93-mile-an-hour heater fouled off. Good battle here from McBride, back from a 3-0 count. So did you come here with family tonight, Brian? What's the crew on hand?
Just my wife. We had to leave the dog at home.
Yeah, not bark in the park, unfortunately.
Nope. He's only about 4.5 pounds, so it's like she could put him in her purse if she wanted
Yeah,
to.
probably could smuggle him in, huh? McCroskey will be off once again on the 3-2, not being held on by Wortham. Another payoff from McBride. Fastball just misses down and out. And a pair of 2-out walks now. Looks like Levon Reynoso is ready to come in for the bananas out of the pen. But I would expect we'll try and just keep a fresh 9th inning for their designated hitter tonight.
Close this out. Ooh, the camera does add 20 pounds.
Couldn't help yourself.
Well, it's all the food on Tybee. That's not good for you.
Well, then you come here and all the burgers, dogs, chicken sandwiches are free.
Yes.
Tough to say no to that. Here's the lone all-star for the Flamingos, Will Hardy, 1 for 3 on the night. Line drive single back in the second. Couple of ground outs to second base in his most recent 2 plate appearances.
I'll be honest, I thought I was going to be nervous. This is actually a lot of fun, y'all.
Oh, yeah, no, it's...
This is unbelievable.
We're just up here chatting it up, you know what I mean?
I got my ring on tonight, so...
There you go. Oh, my gosh. Is that 2016 or is that this
2016.
past? Whoa.
I wasn't lucky enough to talk Jess into getting...
Now, how did you talk him into getting a 2016 ring? I don't even have one of those.
It's just a replica, but
yeah.
I don't know, I started getting on Facebook on the Bananas Insiders, and he said if I can get 5 people talked into getting it, I got 9.
There you go. Go above and beyond.
Oh, yeah. Overachiever.
Yes. That thing's fantastic, man.
But I got one that's being repaired right now because I messed it up. But
oh, no.
Yeah, I messed it up bad.
1-1 pitch coming from McBride to the second-year man for Florence, Hardy. That one at 93 above the zone.
But out of respect for you, I did not wear my Red Sox ring tonight. So.
I appreciate that.
I wore my Braves ring because my dad was a big Braves fan, so I bought one in memory of him, but...
Oh, that's cool.
I spared you the Red Sox tonight.
What year was the Red Sox ring that you would have brought?
18.
Yeah.
I'm not 18.
13.
No, 18. 18.
Okay.
Yeah, 18. It's 18.
There you go. Sure. Yeah. 2-1 offering from Bobby. And another heater high. Snap throw. And back safely into second is McCroskey. So after retiring the first 5 he's faced, 2 2-out walks, and Bobby McBride behind Will Hardy 3-1. Well, a dangerous man. He's got pop, pair of home runs on the summer. Comes in with a team best .333 batting average. And the heater misses outside, that one at 92. And I guess everybody had the count wrong. One of those pitches earlier on in the at-bat was called a strike by T. Christopher Walker. So now the count is full at 3-2. That's good to know. McCroskey will be off at second. Staz off at first on the pitch. 3-2 from McBride to Hardy. And it's a heater, fouled off naturally. And we'll do it again. So on your trips, you know, 6.5 hours, are you staying the night here in Savannah? Or are you?
Oh, we stay on Tybee the whole week.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, we're down for the week.
Nice.
On Tybee. Oh yeah.
Make a whole trip out of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's fantastic. I love Tybee Island.
Ugh. Hoping to move there soon.
Oh my goodness! Breaking news.
Yes. Breaking news, Bananas Inside.
There's the slider. Just misses the top of the zone. Indy and Bobby thought they had it. McBride shocked he didn't get the call from Walker. Indy wide-eyed as well. Take a look at it one more time. Oh, geez. It was close.
Yeah.
I think close enough to go either way. And now Tyler Gillum is going to come chat with Christopher T. Walker.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, bender around the top of the zone. And Gillum all smiles. Certainly had plenty of plate, but it's going to be three straight walks. And with the bases juiced and 2 down, here comes Livan Reynoso. It would have been the 3rd strikeout of the inning for Bobby. And you can read the lips. McBride not too enthused to leave the bases loaded for his DH. So there goes the designated hitter for the Bananas. Now it is held as a pitcher spot for the 3-hitter Livan Reynoso. Senior out of Tennessee Wesleyan. Has thrown 1 inning this summer. It was 3 up, 3 down, and a couple of strikeouts. That was against the Bacon. And plenty of rest back on June 25th. Now this past spring at Tennessee Wesleyan, Livan worked out of the bullpen. Came in 12 times for a total of 12 1/3 innings pitched, just 2 earned runs and 2 hits. Well, he walked 8 and struck out 24.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Is that bad? I mean,
that's always been something that, yeah, as far as broadcasting goes.
I have no idea what to do with my
I like to play with a pen. Just kind of diddle around with a writing utensil.
I don't have a pen. Just use my banana.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, here. Hey, he's got a Sharpie. Here we go.
Thank you, Rain.
I pretend click it. How about that?
Yeah, Rainer sounds like. See, during the broadcast, this is one of the best kept secrets. I'm just constantly num 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 num. Just rolling away with the pen. So bases juiced here. As you can see, Will Hardy, the first baseman for Florence, chats with the Nanners first baseman, Brody Wortham. Mason Staz at second, Mac McCroskey at third. Livan coming in to face Jack Hammond. So the Bananas' former DH faces Florence's current DH. Hammond 1 for 3 on the night. Single and a run scored, struck out looking his last time up. He was the last batter that Daniel Paddysack faced tonight. And the first pitch from Livan at 94 is below the zone. He's a fastball slider guy. Will dabble anywhere from about 94 to 98. Effortless speed. And
ooh, yeah.
That one's 94, cut on and missed. Good break down and in on that one too. A little something extra on it. Sue Ellen, welcome to the broadcast. Judy Pounders trying to root on Livan. He's attempting to strand the bases loaded. Like clockwork, a heater at 94. And now Hammond behind 1 and 2.
I think Judy's a good luck charm.
I don't disagree at all. Big 1-2 pitch coming here from Reynoso. Another heater, but he fires it low at 95. This is the pitch you want to do it on. Bases loaded. And 2-2 is the count. One more ball and the runners will be off on the pitch. So far, 4 fastballs. And that one's another heater and it's fouled off. Back to 94. See if Levon shows him in the slider at any point in the at-bat. Or if he keeps going after him with fastballs. Another 2-2. Heater, called strike 3 outside corner. Woo. That one at 95 does the job. Fantastic. Brian Phelps, I can't thank you enough for hopping in the booth with me, man.
Oh, man, this has been unbelievable. Thank you for this opportunity.
Listen, next time you're in Savannah, we'll have to do it again, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Banana Nation, let's go.
That's what it's all about. A legendary insider. Brian Phelps exits stage left, and we turn it down. Yeah, good luck navigating the catwalk and stairs, Brian. We turn it down to the Bananas bullpen, where Josh Talevsky is with Nolan Daniel, one of our dancers this evening.
That's right, Pico. I'm here with one of the Boogieing Bananas, one of our finalists here in Dancing with the Bananas. It's Nolan Daniel, relief pitcher extraordinaire. Okay, so Nolan, let's get into something.
Let's see it.
Yeah,
you.
Okay.
We're going to this foot back. Boom. Boom. Oh. Cha-cha-cha. And then out again. Cha-cha-cha.
I like this.
Then, through.
Am I spinning?
No.
Oh.
It's a half turn. So do cha-cha.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a little bit of it.
Yeah. Okay,
it took me some practice too.
Yeah. Okay, so show me your routine from tonight. Give me a little rundown on that one.
That's how we started. Was with the cha-cha.
Oh.
You know.
Okay.
The hardest move I had to learn though. So here.
Yes.
You know. Yeah. Boom. Boom.
Boom.
Oh no. Over.
Oh, does that go behind?
No, it's in front. Over. Yeah, well. Over.
Yes.
And then.
Oh.
No.
Oh, man.
Spin it.
Oh, man.
Turn it like that.
Turn it like this.
Other way.
Other way.
Ah, like that. So it's boom, boom.
Okay. So Nolan, I'm wondering, how have practices gone for you, even with baseball going on?
I've been pretty tired, more so than just doing the baseball part of it. But we have a good time when we're dancing, just like when we're out there dancing in front of everybody here. So.
Okay. Yeah, and what is the chemistry like with your partner? Like what are the best things about learning to dance with her?
She's great, first of all. She's a really good teacher. She's super outgoing, super fun all the time. And she's not like getting mad at me when I don't understand something for the first time. We slow it down, you know. She'll walk me through all the steps. She's been awesome.
Yeah, so, you know, you learn a little more moves for the ladies in the process, too, yeah?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, wow.
I'm out of saddlebags, you know?
Oh, I see, of course. Nolan, when you're not dancing in a more professional setting, what is your go-to dance move, just kind of you?
My go-to?
Run me through that one.
I'm more of just gonna kind of throw the arms out, kind of get a little bit lower with the music.
You ever...
Sometimes you do gotta drop it down. That was good. You've done that before.
Here and there. What can I say?
You've definitely done that.
Yeah. Okay. And so, what was it like for you? If you didn't know this, I'm about to break the news to you. Week 1, voting ended. Did you know you were the leading vote getter out of all the first-round contestants?
I did not. When the voting ended, no. We found out actually at the next home game. They announced it to everyone.
Okay. And what is it like? What is it like to find out that you were the leading vote getter? How does that make you feel?
It's pretty awesome. You know, I thought we were gonna get some votes, you know, from family and all, but to be the leading vote getter out of everyone, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. Now. Run me through another dance that you've learned with your partner.
Can you do a split?
No. Do I look like I can do a split?
do I look like I can do a split?
Can you do a split?
No, I can't do a split.
Okay.
I wish
just
I could
wondering.
do a split. You could jump into my arms.
Yes.
Can you do that?
Yes. I would love to do that.
Okay.
No, don't worry. We'll be good. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, you got to jump and then throw this leg. It's got to go up.
This leg
over this.
Okay. I think I'm flexible enough. But if you drop me, man.
Oh, I don't drop you. I won't drop you.
Okay, I hope the bananas pay hospital bills.
Okay, I hope that my intern salary also includes insurance.
I got you. Come on.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Go for it. Oh. And I would have spun, but I don't want to yank the cord out.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Come on, I got you, man.
Wow, I'm getting lost in your eyes now, too.
Oh, is that
Golly,
right?
yeah, buddy. Little weak action. Spicy over
Getting a little hot out here. It's getting hot.
No kidding. Okay, Nolan, so I'll start to wrap things up. Last thing I want to know is just get your thoughts on what you're looking forward to going forward in this dance competition should you move on.
Yeah, first off, I hope we do get the chance to move on, and then I'm excited the next category will be. Hopefully it's something fun, you know, maybe a freestyle dancing.
So if you had to pick a category, you would pick freestyle? That's what you want?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. You know,
Okay.
maybe throw some hip-hop breakdancing in there.
Yeah,
Come on.
I like that.
That'd
Okay.
be cool, that'd be fun.
Okay, and if you do hip-hop freestyle, what song selection are you going with? You got one in mind?
You know, I don't off the top of my head. It'd have to be something about some booty shaking, you know.
Booty shaking, booty
Yeah,
popping, something like that.
exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
of course.
Yeah, get the people what they want.
Yep. Yeah, it works well here in
They
Banana
love to
Land.
see it.
The bananas really do well with that one.
Hey, yes, they do. Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Okay, Nolan, that was awesome. It's been great talking to you.
Good
Thank you
talking
so
to you
much
too,
for the
man.
time, and thank you for teaching me how to dance a little more tonight.
More to come, more to come.
Okay, I'm going to turn it back up to one of the biggest tigers up in the booth.
Big tiger.
Wow, from two of the biggest tigers that I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. What a truly educational experience it was out there in the pen so far. With Brett Panic in on the bump for the Flamingos, he has walked Bryson Bloomer, who has stolen his 7th base in 7 attempts. And the 2-1 pitch to Jack Renwick, an 89-mile-an-hour heater, fouled at the plate. Bloomer now 2 for 3 on the day, runs scored, and check that, he's actually 8 for 8 on the summer in steals because he swiped a bag just an inning ago as well. Renwick 0 for 1 on the night. Strikeout, sacrifice fly to left, a walk, and a run scored. That one at 87, outside, count now full at 3-2. The new man on the mound for Florence is the 5th pitcher to pitch for the Flamingos tonight. Sophomore out of Quincy University. The pride of Chicago, Illinois, Brett Panic. And payoff pitch to the Nanners shortstop. Misses up and out. It's back-to-back walks to start off the bottom of the 8th. Good night for Renwick. Now with a couple free passes. And responsible for the first run driven in on the night for the Nanners. The Bananas leading 8-2. Every single person in this lineup has scored a run except for Indy Stanley. He was stranded on third base to end the bottom of the 7th. Now both guys off again. The throw down to second, not in time. Bounces off the helmet of Renwick. And there to back it up is the shortstop Mason Staz. That throw was going towards McCroskey, the second baseman. So Bloomer 3 for 3 on the night. He's now 9 for 9 on the summer. And Renwick is now 8 for 10 in his Bananas career trying to swipe bags. Fastball was called a strike, so the count 0-1 on Brody Wortham, the first baseman, a couple flyouts, a walk, and you guessed it, a run scored.
1-1 offering from Panic. And it's going to be a heater at 87. Gets Brody square in the middle of the back. And teams that cleared benches 6 nights ago in what's turning into a bananas blowout. Not at all best friends just yet. Brody on base for the 2nd time tonight. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters have all reached. And now with nobody gone and the backs juiced, it'll be Drew Yanesta with 2 down and the bases loaded just an inning ago. On a 3-2 pitch, he squirted it through the right side. That gave the Bananas their first lead of the night, 3-2, and opened the floodgates as 5 more runs would come home after that 2-run single. And that's a heater fouled straight back by the Nanners' second baseman. Drew 1 for 4 on the night with that 2-run single. Fly out, line out, and a strikeout to boot. Dolce Banana, I think a double steal up 6 is certainly in the spirit, my dear friend. And I understand why you're not surprised with the hit by pitch right after it, as there's a high chopper up the middle, only plays at first, and just in time to get him. Staz fired a bullet across the diamond. It's going to be an RBI ground out for Yanesta, who pushes home his 23rd run batted in of the summer. He's now tied for the Coastal Plain League lead. And it's a 3-way tie with Trent Youngblood and Avery Neves of the Zookeepers and Chili Peppers, respectively. Bloomer scores his 2nd run of the night, 13th of the summer. Here's Armando Becerra. Foul tips 87. Renwick now at 3rd with Wortham up to 2nd. Bondo 0 for 3, a walk and a run scored. Ground out and a fly out to go with that K. Florence playing the corners even with the bags. Middle infield will seed a run. And to fully answer your question, Dolce and Banana, on the double steal down up 6 runs rather. This is a Flamingos team that scored 6 straight runs from the 7th inning on. Well, no, that's not true. They scored 6 straight runs from the 5th inning on. Last time these two teams played for a come-from-behind 8-7 win. And the other thing is the Flamingos, one of 2 teams in the league that has a winning record against the Bananas. Florence 4-3 against Savannah coming into tonight's ball game. Only other team that has a winning record against Savannah, the Owls at 2-0. A 1-2 pitch coming to Becerra. And it's a hot shot into left field for a base knock. Now Gillum will play it safe as he gives the stop sign to Wortham, but Renwick scores. And the Nanners have reached double digits. 7 runs in the 7th, now 2 home in the 8th. As Mondo drives in his 13th of the summer. And Jack scores for the 13th time. Wow, I didn't know that happened. A pickoff at first, and the throw is high. Becerra hanging out between 1st and 3rd. Now he's coming home as Brody is going to be tagged out trying to take home. And Gillum hangs his head in sadness. That was a set play, and I think in the situation. Gillum saw it as a good time to try something out and let the guys see how they can play it. Of course, with Levon up, you're normally not running into outs. And Mondo really could have had second base freely there. As the throw over to first was high, Hardy had to leap to snag it. But I think the play was to get in a rundown, as there's going to be a bouncer to second, and the flip to short will end the side. So the Nanners score 2, get funky on the base paths, and we'll leave it at that. Wortham caught trying to steal home plate. And Levon now 3 for 5 on the night with a pair of RBIs and a run scored after the 4-6 fielder's choice. Dolce, it's always good to explain how a schedule is made. It's Dylan Kurahashi Choi Fu. And he's joined by Zach Smith out on the third base side. Zach, in his first night as a Banana, has already been a seat for guys human musical chairs. KFC and Smith pumping him out. To explain the schedule, Dolce, from what I have learned in my short time here in Savannah, it's a combination of what the league prescribes as well as the owners and team presidents and GMs signing off. You know, the Bananas go to Forest City twice, but the Flamingos, check that, the Blowfish have to come here 5 times, compared to the Bananas only having to go to Lexington County 3 times. So that's where you get back to your even numbers of 24 games on the road, 24 games at home. And if I was a betting man, I don't actually have any insider info, I'd think that was kind of a 3-way deal, because the Owls visit Lexington County a couple extra times to make up for their deficit. And it's a lot easier for the Blowfish to come down to Savannah, just about a 3-hour trip from Lexington County Baseball Stadium compared to 5 from McNair up in Forest City. Deanna Stanley on our high home camera looked like he went underneath the legs and then threw a fadeaway short hop throw to second there. Pretty snazzy. So Levon will be back out on the bump. Pride of the Dominican Republic, grew up in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. As there's a called strike to start out his evening. Family now resides down in Florida. He's got 6, 7, 8 for Florence. Jordan Smith cuts and misses at 95. Count quickly 0-2 on the Florence center fielder. 2-run bomb back in the second. Since then, a 4-6-3 double play and a ground out to third. And Levon's gonna give him the slider. First one he's thrown tonight. And Smith was not prepared, Josh Talevsky.
No, that's exactly right, Pico. Levon, you know, he was expecting some high heat from our high-speed hurler, but instead got fooled with the slider.
Terrific work down there. I feel like I learned oodles about the art of dancing from you and Nolan Daniel.
Oh, I sure did.
Yeah, I could tell. It's now going to be Aaron Staley, and the right fielder takes the heater outside on that 94. By the way, the slider drops down to 80 miles an hour, so about 15 mph difference between the fastball and slider. It's not something that you are jealous as far as these Florence guys goes for getting an opportunity to swing off of Levon.
Yeah, such a drastic change in velocity like that, Pico, an easy way for Levon to pick up a lot more strikeouts than he would otherwise.
Levon led all of NAIA ball with his 95 homers. Nope, 95 RBIs and 32 homers. Impressive enough in just 61 games played. His 100 hits were 4th. His 82 runs scored were 5th. And yet we see him on the mound pumping mid-90s with a nasty breaking ball. Just about as talented as they make him.
Genuinely one of those guys who makes baseball look so easy, Biko.
Shohei-esque. His twin brother Daijun in the Angels organization was signed as a free agent last summer. After a great campaign with the Spartanburgers, is our mythical man, Reginald Horton, dancing about in the dugout. Still jubilant and energy-filled here in the top of the 9th. There he goes. Wow! It's like interpretive dance.
I'm going to dance with Reggie next interview.
That's a really good idea. Slow tapper, Levon spends plenty of time at third base. No stranger to hopping off the mound and making a play. 0 for 4 night now for Staley. 3 ground outs and a fly out. It'll be up to Tyler Dellerman to try and spark an 8-run rally off a guy who, for Tennessee Wesleyan this past spring, gave up just 2 runs and 2 hits across 12 1/3 innings pitched. The task is tall. Dellerman takes the fastball at 96 for ball 1. So far, 2 ground outs to third, 1 to short for the Flamingos backstop. Gary and Jen Keys cheering on Reggie as Dellerman cuts through a heater. There's the slider, just a twinge high. And 2-1 count now on Dellerman. That's 95 cut on and missed. Levon started his career at Chesapeake Community College, then 2 more years after that at Erskine. Truly got to pitch for a full spring for the first time at Tennessee Wesleyan. And from our drone, we watch a fastball high and tight to Dellerman, who has to jump out of the way. An experience I envy. Payoff pitch coming to the redshirt junior out of the University of Charleston. The Bananas dugout bouncing as Levon yanks a fastball low and away. First base runner against Reynoso of the summer. He walked 8 in his 12 1/3 thrown this past spring, compared to giving up just 2 hits. So if you're gonna get on, that's probably your best chance.
Did you hear about how he gave up one of those walks, Biko?
No.
Levon came into a game at Tennessee Wesleyan this year. Now, mind you, day before, Levon is out shagging balls.
Yes.
And unbeknownst to him, he gets hit by a stray fly ball.
Wow.
Right in the eye, no less.
Jeez Louise.
So Levon has a swollen right eye.
Right.
I mean, it's about the size of a baseball. And yet Tennessee Wesleyan needed him in crunch time. They bring him out to the mound.
Yes.
9th inning, coming in for the save. Levon walks the first batter. Catcher goes out to talk to Levon, and Levon is like, I'm blind in one eye. And this is not my dominant eye. You need to help me. The catcher goes, Levon, I trust you. I know you know what you're doing out here. Close your eyes here, Levon. Levon closes his eyes, and he doesn't open them any other pitch he takes. He does it all by just intuition. And Levon then proceeds to strike out the side and collect the save for Tennessee Wesleyan.
With his eyes closed.
With his eyes closed.
Only the Hispanic hurler himself.
You know how many balls he threw with his eyes closed?
How many? I'm gonna guess 9. Well, you're saying balls out of the zone?
When he closed his eyes, you want to know how many of those pitches were balls afterwards?
I would like to know.
0.
That's what I figured. That's why I said 9. I was thinking pitches. Yeah, balls, it all makes sense. 2-2 pitch coming here to Barbieri. Cut on and missed. 95 miles an hour. And the Nanners take this one 10-2 over Florence. They improve to a CPL West best 23-9. As the Flamingos at the bottom of the East drop to 11 and 17 on the summer. Levon with 3 Ks in his inning and a third of scoreless relief. It's Francesco Barbieri there at the end, who goes 2 for 2 with a couple singles and a couple strikeouts. Steve Kellogg, a big fan of the newest Levon Reynoso story.
He's a real player to marvel at. That's all I can say. You just know Tyler Gillum trusts him to win games in these situations.
Whether his eyes are open or closed, Armando Becerra, our Roman Candleman this evening. The Nanners improve to an incredible 14-2 here at home. Both losses to the Flamingos, but now 2-2. That's not even true. 3-2 defending Grayson Stadium from Florence. And the guys, after trailing 2-0 through 4 innings, 2-1 through 6, put up a big 7 spot in the bottom of the 7th, add 2 more in the 8th, and take this one 10-2. Josh, do we have some numbers this evening?
Yes, we do, Biko. Final score tonight's going to be the Bananas 10 and the Flamingos 2. The Bananas with 11 hits and no errors. Clean game overall. The Flamingos with 5 hits, and they had no errors either. The Bananas left 5 men on base tonight. As for the Flamingos, they left 7 on base. Winning pitcher tonight's going to be Bobby McBride. He picks up his first win on the season for the Bananas. And how about this? The Bananas are finally the team to hand Ryan Schroeder his first loss of the season in what was a 2-hour and 57-minute game.
Yeah, how about that? A guy who dominated, and I mean dominated the Bananas over his first 3 appearances. Just 1 run scored off him in 12 1/3 innings over the last 4 innings. 2/3 of an inning tonight, 3 1/3 6 nights ago. The Bananas have now plated 14 runs on him.
Yeah, big stuff.
Revenge, and boy, it feels so sweet. So as I mentioned, the Bananas now 23-9 on the summer. They extend their CPL West lead to 8 games over the Forest City Owls and High Point Thomasville High Toms, who are both 14-6, clinging to 2nd place overall. Things getting pretty interesting as we go down the stretch here in the CPL. The Nanners, as they've done it many nights this summer, do it with a big inning.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've seen that countless times against Macon, against Lexington County. Now really great to see them do it 2 games in a row against the Florence Flamingos.
Correct, and Florence has been playing a lot of really tight games against the Bananas. The Flamingos offense has really been their detriment. The pitching staff has been keeping them afloat, but the Bananas have been able to get to that great staff as of late. Good news out of O'Neill Field at Big Rock Stadium. The Morehead City Marlins trail the Ashboro Zookeepers 5-4. That one is not over yet. It is in the bottom of the 9th. So the Marlins have a chance to win it. But if the Zookeepers can hold on, then the Bananas will only be a half game behind Morehead City for the best record in the league. And low-key, high-key, Ashboro, who started the summer 3-20, will be 6-1 in the second half, and will still have a 2.5 game lead over the Bananas in the second half standings.
Yeah, they have been unreal in the second half, Biko.
I love it.
I can't wait to get a look at them again.
Yeah, it's going to be fun for the Zookeepers to make their first and only trip to Grayson Stadium, as the Bananas have faced them once on the road and took them down in Ashboro. That will do it tonight. Some shout-outs before we truly shut this thing down. Taylor Finneran has been really incredible over at third base on the camera down there. Emerson Elmgren, for the past 3 summers, just continues her excellent work on the other side of the diamond. Miguel Delau, the best drone flyer you will find in Grayson Stadium tonight. He is really terrific. go down to Chris Haynes, our high home cameraman, who is just absolutely superb. Really incredible work. Ben Barks, once again, killing it on the roaming camera, going down there with Josh and having a blast in the bullpen. And up here in the booth, it takes an army. Michael Basista is superb. He is phenomenal. The best in the biz on the graphics. Really fun stretching our graphics to the limits tonight, doing some new fun things, and it's been really fun to be a part of that. Of course, Josh has a hand in that as well. Chad Reese, the coordinating producer and technical director of Bananas TV tonight, the straw that stirs the drink, the interior designer of this here broadcast booth, as good as they get. And Rain, oh gosh, Rain, I don't have your last name written down. I was going to say Beckman because last time I said Beckham, and that was not right. Rain Beckman, phenomenal. Absolutely terrific on the sound. It's so cool having a professional in the booth with us taking care of sound. It's only half of the broadcast, right? You know, video and sound, that's the only thing that makes this thing up, and Rain's the best in the biz. Shout out Kyle Lewigs for joining me in the booth for 4 innings. Brian Phelps for coming up for a half inning as well. And Josh Talevsky for the stats, for the graphics, for the on-field report, and the color commentary, as well as the pregame show. Quite a resume you're building, buddy.
I try.
Yeah. You try and you succeed, man. The Bananas win this one 10-2. Big win over the Flamingos. The two teams have been battling each other tremendously this summer. Now 4-4, either way you look at it. And the Nanners will take this thing on the road tomorrow. Josh and I will have the whiteboard in Lexington County Baseball Stadium for the 6th matchup of the summer against the Blowfish. So far, the Bananas 5-0. 4 dominating wins here at home, an aggregate score of 44-3 in those, and a really tight 6-5 roller coaster ride of a win in Lexington County, the only trip there. So that'll be fun. Manny Yanesta with the breaking news in the chat. The Marlins have lost. The Nanners are just a half game behind Morehead City. That is what we like to hear.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Manny.
Manny, you're the best. Shout out Manny's son, Drew, for the go-ahead 2-run single with 2 outs in the 7th tonight with us, as always, not just on the field, but in the broadcast booth. I am Biko Scala saying so long. Thank you so much for all you folks on Flow Sports and Bananas Insiders. Absolute blast in the chat tonight. We'll see you 6:45 pregame tomorrow, 7 p.m. first pitch, live from Lexington County. And, of course, we'll see you later.